family birthday. We're having dinner at Zoli's Fort Worth. Dave Portnoy reviewed the place.
All right, pizza review time. We're at Zoli's in Fort Worth. We're in town for TCU.
Right off of Hewlin. It's pretty good. I've been here a few times. They've got a really nice kids area where the kids can go play, and we got kids in our family, grandkids for me, kids for my kids. Anyway, got stuff going on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Planning on doing live streams. Have some guests. Jason Michaels.
Turn it loose. Deep drive left field. Braun is back. Runner tagging at third, and Braun watches it go. A grand slam for the pinch hitter, Jason Michaels.
Former Major League Baseball slugger. Good dude. Been on the show before. He's going to be on talking baseball, talking MLB approach to hitting. Doug from MLB Spaces will be on, and we're getting away. There's at least one, maybe two giveaways we'll be having Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll tell you how to do that when you show up on the streams. And we got some other guests that have invited. We'll see. So again, MLB slugger Jason Michaels, Doug from MLB Spaces, me, you, some surprise guests. We're talking about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Rangers in Kansas City, 3-game series. Live stream watch party. Come check us out. Subscribe to the channels. Check out my guests. See you there. And I just noticed I called your business the wrong business, Jason, in the video. What the heck? I'm trying to make it. It is what it is. Hey, everybody, long time no see. Sorry I wasn't here last week. I broke my laptop. That's a whole story. Maybe I'll tell you. Maybe I won't. Doug, MLB Spaces, Jason, J. Mike, MLB, Jason Michaels, former MLB ball player, hitting coach. Why do we have the screen if I should do it like that? That's better. And you guys in chat, Michael Superbacker in chat saying hello. What's going on, buddy? Hope you're having a great day. Long time no see. Where you guys been? What have you guys been doing? I've been gone for like a week and a half. It feels like a whole season. Listen, what's new in last week and a half?
Watching baseball.
Oh, sorry. I was walking to the game.
Either way. Did the game start?
Now, yeah, for me, just teaching it. You know, I have batting cages that I do hitting and fielding with my young players and older players as well too. Everybody's back in school now, so it's the little trying to figure it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I work with kids, and then when school gets busy, I get busy. And I didn't even realize the game started. I guess my watch is off or whatever. But yeah, we were already we're already on the 2-hitter. Wyatt Langford up there, 0-2 count, 1 out. I don't even know what happened with Smitty there. But here we are. Michael Waka, who's got a name that makes me think of the Muppets. Wyatt Langford's getting a little hot. What are you guys' thoughts on Waka and Wyatt, if you want to talk about Wyatt?
I watched Michael Wacha a couple years ago when he was with the Red Sox, and he was one that I wish the Red Sox would have held on to. I feel like he kind of floated around baseball for a little bit, and then he kind of almost had some sort of resurgence, and he's been pitching. He's been a very valuable pitcher the last couple of years in KC and that year in Boston. So I enjoy watching him pitch.
Yeah, he's kind of had a resurgence. He was really good young, and then kind of tailed off, and then signed a couple good contracts. And what are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, I mean, he's a veteran pitcher. I mean, going into the game, I'm sitting there thinking he's a veteran pitcher. His change up. He pretty much throw it at any count. I'm still going to be on the heater. Holy crap. And, I mean, Langford just took a really nice heater to swing at. I'm not sure what he was looking at there for strike 3. But, yeah, he's got, let's see, a fastball. Looks like 4-seam fastball. Got a little cutter and a slider. I think it's more cutter, but he's got a good changeup.
Yeah, he's definitely a pitcher, not a thrower. Kerm in the house. Michael now say, hey, Kerm, how are you, buddy? You're having a great day. Yeah, 28 people here. You can watch this on either of my YouTube channels, Texas Clubhouse, where we got 6 people right now, 1 over on Dope Dead, and there's 22 of you over on X as Corey Seager grounds 1 through the infield for a base hit. 2 out knock. You guys see that home run he hit yesterday, all of about 320 feet, a wall scraper? I mean, I'll take it. He hit one farther than I ever hit one. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but it is what it is, right? I think it was a home run in 3 ballparks, which when I heard that, I was surprised. I don't know what the other 2 were, but that's Toronto. This is KC. Before the show started, we were talking about this ballpark. Thoughts on Kansas City, the ballpark, the team, either one of you. Go right ahead, whoever wants to go.
No, I went there once. I have a couple buddies who live in Kansas City now, and they so I follow the Royals because of them. So this is actually a pretty cool series, to watch because you obviously and the Rangers. But I enjoy watching the Royals play, because of my pals. But man, it must have been like 8 years ago I went there, and I swear it was the hottest day of my life. It was just so hot. We were dying before we even got in. Like, we were just trying to find shade, waiting to get in, and it was just absolutely unbearably hot. But it was beautiful. That such a nice place. I mean, it's hard to find a bad baseball stadium. Am I right?
Right. I mean, big for sure.
Nice job.
Hey, back it up, Binge. Hey, Bronco, a Mustang, not pony power lifetime living. Rowdy does what nobody seems to do anymore. I bet J Mike's going to have some conversation about that. They kind of shift. Again, you can't call it a shift anymore, but they were in a shift, and Rowdy takes what they give him. Thoughts on that, batting coach?
I know. I mean, they're playing the shift, and I think he was just trying to put the ball in play, which is exactly right.
I was just going to ask you, was that on purpose, or was that where it went?
That's just where it went.
Yeah.
He was letting the ball get deep. I would assume he's staying on the fastball even with 2 strikes, and then just put it in play, and that would have been right straight up to the third baseman. But they were playing that shift over. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I think you could go both ways on those arguments with the shift.
Tell me, I mean, you know better than me. How hard is it if you're a pull hitter, Rowdy's a pull hitter, when they're playing you over like that? Like Corey, they talked about Corey Seager was going to have the most advantage to the rule change that you couldn't shift so hard. Is it that hard? How come more guys didn't do it when they had the old shift?
I don't know. To be honest with you, it's just where they play it, and it shouldn't matter to you. Maybe it's going to tell you where they're going to pitch you.
Yeah.
A little bit, or maybe they're going to pitch you out. I don't know. I didn't take too much into it. Just went up there, try not to think about it. And, I got to focus on the pitcher. It's just between the pitcher. Everybody else is just out there,
So if they shifted on you, you wouldn't have changed your approach. Is that what you're saying?
No.
Now,
and again, it's just between just me and the pitcher. That's it, regardless. And that's how to try to get into that tunnel vision to to lock in with that pitcher. It has nothing to do with the guys on the field. It's just between you and the pitcher.
Interesting. Evan Carter, a little ground ball is going to get out of it. 3 unassisted. The Rangers finished the first inning, no score. Screen back on you guys. Yeah, that's interesting. Obviously I didn't play at the level you played, and any control I had would have been to the right center gap. You weren't such a dead pull hitter, right? You had some power, but you were like,
no. I mean, I was trying to hit the ball through the middle.
Yeah.
Bottom line, stay in the big part of the park. If I happened to pull it, or if I was late, it just is what it is, But I wasn't trying to go that way.
Gotcha.
And I think most guys aren't either. It's just, the kind of the way it is, and depends on their approach.
I know as fans, and even if I dare say as a content creator, I know that people would, I guess more so when it was the full shift, complain about why don't they just take, what was given. I know Jonah Heim here on the Rangers has, they shift on him pretty hard, and he's taking advantage of it. It looks to me like he's doing it on purpose, but it sounds to me like you're saying it's just one step harder than just getting the normal knockoff of an MLB pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, it's just between you and him. It really is. I mean, it's a crapshoot. You hope to hit it where they're not, So, I want guys to take the fielders out of it. Don't worry about it. That's their defensive, scheme. Has nothing really to do with you, and they're just trying to play their percentages. But it should not change the hitter's approach.
Interesting.
Unless they're giving it to you, a situation comes up in the game, and we gotta, I really gotta get on base here. Not to say that you're not trying to get on any other time.
Sure.
But I've seen it before. With Big Poppy, bunting a couple of times, against that shift and just to get on. I mean, yeah, is he there to bunt? No, but the name of the game is to get on base and score.
I mean, I remember, I think it was Matt Carpenter. I was a big fan of his, and I think he had a bunt double when they were shifting on him. I might have that wrong, but I think it was.
I just saw the video of Robinson Cano when he did that when he was a Yankee.
Okay, yeah.
I just saw that video today. Funny you bring it up.
Yastrzemski, not Carl, but his grandkid, not his kid, his grandkid. I collect baseball cards, and I'm putting together the 77 set, and I just got a whole bunch of 77s, and his daddy's in that, or no, excuse me, his grandpa's in that set. This guy came over from the Giants, had a nice little, I don't know, 6-7 year run there in San Francisco. I think he's probably going to have more success in KC, getting away from that left-handed, Grand Canyon that is whatever they call that ballpark in San Francisco. You didn't get to play in is it Pac Bell? The new one in San Fran, did you? Were you was that?
Yeah, I didn't play in the old one. And I heard that was an adventure with the wind.
Oh, you're talking about Candlestick?
It's still an adventure with the wind in Pac Bell as well. Beautiful, beautiful field.
Oh, it is. Love that. I've only been to one game there. It was amazing. And the garlic fries, whether you wanted garlic or not, you were going to leave there smelling like garlic. My goodness. Lighter's pumping it in there. 0-0 first inning still. Bottom of one Lighter versus the leadoff hitter for KC Yaz. What do you think about leadoff hitters who don't have speed? I don't think of Yastrzemski as a little drive.
I think I may be a little ahead of you guys, right?
Yeah, well, maybe, I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm ahead too, so I
just paused it. I tried to slow it down. Like he just scored right now.
Yeah, he's just
he solo shot
home right now for me. Whatever, leadoff bomb. I was just saying, how come he's in the leadoff spot? Well, there's the answer. He's going to hit a bomb off of my
Well,
butt.
he missed his spot. He took the pitch before, which was pretty much the same spot. Fastball right there. Lighter went back. I'm assuming he missed his spot. I'm thinking he wanted it away more, but
unless his spot was right freaking down the middle. Yeah, 95 dead red.
I doubt he was trying to hit a home run right there. He was just trying to put it in play. Trying to hit something in the gap and end up getting underneath it a little bit and getting it out.
Well, what I was trying to talk to you guys about was before Yastrzemski so rudely went deep on my boys here, you got Bobby Witt, who's now in the 2-hole hitting 290. Explain to me why Yaz is the leadoff hitter, other than he's going to hit a home run and I should shut up. I mean, it doesn't make sense to me, other than well, obviously it works.
Sometimes they like to do the left, right, left.
Ah, okay.
Matchup stuff, and maybe they like Witt in the 2-hole.
I mean, yeah, I would like him in the any hole, but
hey, we're not moving. Maybe we don't move Bobby, but we'll put Yastrzemski there. I mean, I don't. Is he? He's not a threat to run, is he?
Witt?
Yeah. No.
Yes. No. But Witt is certainly is.
Yeah.
Not yet. Yeah, I just think about just a prototypical leadoff hitter and.
It's his 10th career leadoff home run, they said.
Really? Okay. Well, what do I know?
Yeah. I just saw it now. I probably wouldn't have guessed that either.
That surprises me.
He has 117 home runs, 10 of them being leadoff shots.
Wow.
Now, is that just not necessarily lead off of the game? It's just lead off.
I don't know that. I want to say it was
probably the game.
I want to say lead off the game.
Lead off home runs. I don't know. I think it's up to game. What do I know? Lighter looking a little wild, but he just gave him a home run, so I would be too. 62 people here, 56 on X, 5 over on Texas Ranger Clubhouse. That's J Mike at J Mike MLB over on X. That's Doug from MLB Spaces at MLB Spaces on X. Give them some love. We'll talk about some stuff throughout the game here. Ball 4 to Bobby Witt. So home run and a walk. At least it wasn't the other way around, I suppose. I don't love the start for Lighter.
Yep. Solo home runs are not going to beat you.
Walks. Well, have you seen my Rangers this year? It might. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you give up a solo bomb and then you give up a walk. I'm not sure which one I'm going to like less. But Vinny.
Yeah. See how, lefty, righty, lefty.
Yeah.
What a good opportunity of teams playing right now for you guys to take try to make up some ground here. You got You got a heavy series in Detroit with the Astros playing them right now. The Tigers are winning 1-0 over there. And you got Philly dominating Seattle right now, 6-0 in the fourth inning. So 2 teams that you guys need to lose are losing right now.
I mean,
all you guys need to do is win.
The team we really need to lose tonight is the Royals. I mean, we
that too. Yeah.
Deal with what we got. I mean, I don't. Well, and that's one of the questions I want to ask you, Jason. You know,
Yeah.
It's what are we? I don't even know what the date is. What's the date? 18th or something?
Yeah.
We're late in August. 18th. Yeah, it's August 18th. When, as a big leaguer, do you feel like as a playoff position matters, you're done? Like, is it just a thing that takes over the team when everybody starts thinking about, you know?
Yeah, it's a collective thing. I mean, everybody knows it. I know when I was with the Indians in 07, and we went all the way to one game before getting to the World Series, and the Red Sox got us. But before getting to that, I mean, I think we ended up 96 and 66 regular season that year. But I felt like we won every series, so I felt like it came down to the series. That I felt like we always put good pressure on the other team by winning the first game of that series, whether it's at home or on the road, either way. And I felt like we won every series from that. I think it really came down to more staying in the zone and knowing that, hey, we got something special going on right here. Everybody's on the same page, and we need to win today. So it was more focused, winning today, and not to say that as opposed to before, but
sure,
it's an awesome feeling. It really is when everybody the fans do it. It was a lot of fun. Absolutely.
I never did what you did. I'm a fan who talks about the game, and I talk a lot on X, and I have arguments with people on X all the time. I mean, I feel like since June, May even, there's been people who are, the season's over, Rangers specifically. And I'm shocked by it. Like there's some need for fans, I think, to have finality. Mm-hmm. And we got to win 2 out of 3, or it's August. You got 40 games left, or 36, or whatever it is. I don't know.
No, it's a grind. I mean, it's 162 games,
35 games,
and
had a good enough run that the Rangers, if they did that, would get there. I mean, you got to get it done, but you shouldn't be giving up yet. Again, who cares what the fans are doing? But what I was trying to hope I would hear and expected to hear. If you don't give up until the math tells you to, right? I mean, right. I can't imagine why a fan would, let alone a player. Am I crazy?
Realistically, though, right? Like the Pirates are eliminated.
Yeah,
right?
Well,
I mean, teams like your Rangers, right? Not close to eliminated. There's still 37 games left, and that's more than enough time.
There's just some what's the word I want to look for? Fatalism almost for so many fandoms. And do players care about that? I think I know the answer is absolutely not. You probably couldn't care less, but you tell me. I mean, do players care what the writers are asking them as it relates to that, or what the fans are saying? Or
no, because they're going to ask you regardless. They're going to ask you that. I mean, it is what it is. And I was always told, and then I told the younger kids, I'm like, hey guys, just be boring. Yeah. It is what it is. Well, don't try to be controversial. Don't try to.
You're being Costner to Nuke LaLoosh, right?
Yeah,
I love that movie. It's too funny.
But back to the stadium. This is a really nice stadium. I think it's a pitcher's park when you have the gaps here. Stadium. When I say the gaps, left center, right center gaps is. A good size. You see 387 out. So to me, this is a pitcher's field.
So as a hitter, would you think it's more of a doubles park than a?
Yeah. And as an outfielder, I gotta understand it's a little bit. The gaps or the alleys are a little bit deeper, but still, it's a good place to hit. Gosh, I remember when I was with the Indians, what we do was we We got 0 in the first because we're the visiting team. They get 10 in the bottom of the first. Oh yeah. I think we end up coming back and winning like 14-12 or.
Oh,
It was crazy. I mean, I think we scored 9 in the top of the second, something like that.
oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, it was crazy.
You know, when you said they got a 10-run lead on you, it made me think about all the non-pitchers pitching this year. Rowdy Tellez for the Rangers through was the day before yesterday, and
I
seems
hate
like
that. I hate it.
I wanted to
Somebody's gonna get hurt.
Canseco got hurt, didn't he? Didn't Canseco get hurt pitching?
Maybe.
I think he did.
I mean, it's just. Well, it looks like he came back there and got like he settled back in a little bit.
I gave up the lighter. Then Mike's talking about it. Jack Leiter gives up the solo leadoff home run.
Yeah, that 4-seam.
Trouble, but came back and not too bad there. What are we doing?
No, absolutely. Sometimes it does it. Sometimes it takes a half an inning, a hitter, a couple hitters just to get settled in. Again, you got to score runs. I mean, you can't. You have to score more than one.
Yeah. So when you said it, leadoff hitter or leadoff home run shouldn't beat you.
No.
27 pitches though, as my buddy Brian mentioned. That's a little much for the first inning, I guess.
It is. Remember, you want to think about 15.
Yeah.
You want to be about 15. So
almost double. So I guess the bullpen's getting ready already, right?
Mm-hmm. No, nowadays with these managers, or I guess maybe the front office. Yeah. I don't think it's necessarily the managers making that call, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Even a guy like Bochy?
I've seen it happen so many times.
Really?
And I know you guys have too, where a pitcher gets taken out, and you're like, why? He didn't have many stress pitches. I always look at stress pitches, stress innings. When you got guys in scoring position, having to work out of that, those are stress pitches, and they start to add up. But if he's not really having stress pitches, I mean, and they always talk about the third time through the order. There's all numbers about that. It is what it is. Any given day, that pitcher could have it. Yeah, I don't like saying that, but any pitcher, any day.
Let me give you my 2 cents in my opinion. You smash it if it's wrong. I think that the modern day manager probably goes to the bullpen more than the Tommy Lasordas and the Earl Weavers did, because guys are throwing 96 with unbelievable bite and unbelievable all of it. I think that the stuff that the bullpen guys have,
true, I agree,
totally different than it used to be.
I agree, but then again, I mean, you're going to tax your bullpen. I think every bullpen is taxed big time. They're asking a lot from their bullpen, and when you can get a starter to get into the 6th inning, it completely changes your bullpen.
Yeah,
it opens them up. It's just good. I mean, to me, you got to work. Sometimes you got to go to your bullpen early. Oh man, he hung that. But sometimes you got to go to your bullpen early, and sometimes, like they say, if a pitcher gives up 4 in the first, like, hey man, you got to settle down a little bit and get us through some innings here. Yeah. It is what it is. But checking out. So Simeon's down in the order a little bit.
So you got hit in the wrist.
Going on with him? Has anything been going on with him?
Yeah, he got hit in the wrist the other day, and they actually had to do x-rays. They thought it might have been broken. It was not. And he hit 2 home runs in the next 2 at-bats, one to end the game and his first at-bat the next time. Hasn't been his hot self other than, I guess I should say, he just hit 2 bombs in his last, 4 or 5 at-bats. So I think that they're shaking it up because they're not scoring. Why is Josh Young not in the lineup when Cody Freeman is? Well, because Josh ain't hitting, and Cody Freeman's hitting 330 in the minors, and Bochy said those exact words in the pregame. And I think that, I'm not going to pretend like I know what Bochy's thinking, but I bet it sounds a lot like we got to figure out a way to score runs. We got to do something different because it hasn't been working.
Yeah, sometimes you got to switch up that lineup. I completely get that. Nice job. A little hanging cutter or slider or something right there, left up in the zone with 2 strikes. Nice job right there, staying in.
I'll tell you, I don't know about if it's true about being a snake hitter or what, but when you leave one up to Marcus, it doesn't seem like he misses very often.
And you shouldn't. As a major league hitter, you shouldn't. And that's that's the whole the premise of being a major league hitter or being at this level. You got to hit the mistakes. You have to.
Yeah.
That's a big.
When you're going up against a guy like Walker with all the spin.
I'm going early. I'm being aggressive early.
I was just going to say, you've told me before that you didn't really care what they threw. You were waiting on the fastball or your pitch or whatever. Is that still true with a guy like Walker?
Yeah. So to me here, I'm more off him. That would be fastball changeup, but that's typically how I would be on left-handers. Me being a right-handed hitter, fastball changeup. I don't care about something breaking into me. But with Walker, his out pitch is that changeup. The hell was that? Was that a changeup? That did not look good. Nice job with Peterson right there. Now, two different swings from Peterson. You had the first pitch, fastball, a little off the plate. I like the aggressiveness, but he swung too big. So when you swing that, Peterson.
Okay.
And then the second pitch was that hanging changeup, but he didn't look like he was, gearing up to try to hit a 3-run homer or 2-run homer, whoever's 2-run homer. But so that was a good adjustment by Peterson.
My buddy Brian says Peterson's still smacking the ball. Jeff called it. Take your head. I've been telling everyone who will listen that Jock is a professional hitter and he's going to be just fine. Obviously, he was off to a horrible start. Then he got hurt. He didn't come back very good either. But I love the guy. I've been a fan of the guy for a long time. A little fly ball and that's 4.
Well, and again, you had runners on first and second with nobody out.
Well, that's the kid too. Look how he was trying to go the other way, but obviously,
I'm gonna take some pressure off him. I'll put a bun on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't usually love the bun, but right there, it makes a lot of sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's
stay out of the double play,
right?
Yeah. But anyway, I mean, what you've forgotten more about hitting than I know. Was I right to say to everyone who would listen, "Come on, Jock's a professional hitter; he'll be fine," or was I being a homer?
No, I mean, absolutely. No, you're being a good fan, and not necessarily, putting faith in the guy. I mean, the guy's, what is he making? $37 million this year for a reason.
37 over 2. He's getting 37 over 2, so 18 and a half.
I mean, he's been over 2, yeah. So he's, I mean, he's had a really good career.
Yeah.
And he just had one of those weird.
But he's
years.
insanely streaky too.
And I remember being on with you, and I was just saying, man, if he gets a pinch hit at bat, maybe something like that to get him going. And I think he ended up hitting a home run that day or a big double or something.
Yeah, he won the game, or he either tied or won the game that day. We were both on it.
Yeah. We talked about it. You had to go.
Mm-hmm.
They said from Jonah, yeah, baby, in the gap, get down. That's
that's a big pickup right there. A big pickup. After that, first and second, nobody on, a pop-up.
Lead-off home run for them. We'd manufacture one, I guess. He called it manufacturing with 3 hits, but 3 hits will get it done. Not 3 in a row, but 3 out of 4, and it's 1-1. Waka staying up in the zone again. Jonah taking care of business. I like it. Jonah Heim, tell you what, that's another thing. I guess I'm ripping on the fans right now, but the Rangers fandom seems to want to send Jonah packing. I like Jonah a lot. Obviously, he's not having a great offensive year, but what he does behind the plate – let me ask you this, not to change the subject, but we're talking about Jonah Heim here. Would you, as a coach, ever want your catcher or one of your 2 catchers to leave and to go get another catcher, like at the trade deadline, frankly? Because when the Rangers, at the trading deadline, I heard a lot of people saying, hey, let's go get another catcher. They signed Higgy. They were sick of Heim. And my retort to that was, you're an idiot, people. The pitching staff is so good, you want to stick with well, you've got Higgy and Jonah in this case because, well, the catching position's more about the pitchers than the hitting anyway. Am I crazy with that? Should we have went out and got a Sean Murphy, we being the Rangers, or would that have been stupid and messed up the pitching?
I mean, I put my value in the catcher on receiving first.
Me too.
And how he is with the pitchers, the rapport with the pitchers.
I think it would be stupid in July or August to flip on time when the pitching has been as good as it's been all year. I mean, that's part of it.
Some guys like pitching to certain catchers.
Sure.
When they don't get them, they're off. I mean, I don't think it's happened as there's more, the starters, and that just is what it is. But I put the value of catchers in the receiving first. If I happen to get somebody to hit as well too, that's a bonus.
And Jonah's been known throughout his career as being really good behind the plate. I mean, the defensive catching metrics don't show that he's been as good this year as he's been in the past. But regardless, he's been an elite receiver for a few years. And I just think I frankly think it's lack of baseball knowledge for the fans to want.
Ooh.
Nice job right here, getting him in.
But he does what, who was it? Kurum said, let's get a sack.
Oh, it was a double play. I think they're going to challenge it, though.
Oh,
I think his foot got in there.
Oh, man, he's safe. Okay, so you guys are definitely ahead of me. I could tell you guys thought he was out. But
You are here.
It's okay. It's okay. But my point is, I thought he was safe. Let's see the replay. Yep, they're going to look at it.
Yeah, I think his foot got in.
I mean, I was already expecting to see him get thrown out because of your reaction, and it still surprised me. I thought he was safe. So
let's go, Adrian. I remember this guy, the umpire.
You really?
But here, couple things on this. This is a great job.
I think he's safe. I think it's 2-1 here.
Great job on the outfielder. And so I want people to understand this, how the outfielder was coming in. So he broke back, okay, and to get behind it, to get the momentum coming towards the plate. That helps me out with more on my throw. I get more on my throw, and it helps out with my direction.
100% safe.
Safe.
100%.
Yeah, you could see his front foot
there you go.
planted down.
The ball even looked a little loose on that, but those last two views, angles, whatever the right word is, do it for me.
They're going to get this one wrong, though. They're going to get it wrong. I think they don't overturn it, but he is 100% safe. They're taking too long.
I did like this umpire. He was good. He was young, towards the end of my career, but he was a nice guy though. We got along.
Boy, this is a long one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going to get it wrong. I think they're going to keep it as an out.
Well, they just call us,
right? That's one of my issues with what's going on here. I think. From my couch, I'm not on my couch right now. I can see he's safe, and I don't think it's a fan's eye. I think it's because he was safe. But why are we taking so long?
Yeah, but I don't think this.
He's safe. That's not even the best angle that they showed here.
No, that wasn't. But I guess it has to be indisputable, to overturn it. You think these umpires have bets with each other? Like how many calls when they challenge are you going to get right? And, I'm sure because this crew travels with each other. They just travel to different.
Yeah, he's out.
Cities.
They're not kidding. They got it wrong. That's insane.
Did they really?
No overturn.
Whatever.
Call on the field stands.
I still understand that. That is terrible. I mean, listen, I'm listening to Dave Raymond on the broadcast. That's Doug, J. Mike. Am I being a fan here of the Rangers? That's horrible. Yes, or am I?
Yeah, I thought so too. And that's a tough thing. What are you going to do? You got to, as a player, okay, we got to move on. We got to keep going.
Well, yeah, but
I felt like the Rangers were cheated a little bit right there.
And that, I think that me and you, and I don't even remember I'm sure I've asked you, Doug. I don't remember what you think, but I think I remember what Jason said. But I am so, I don't want to say anti-umpire. You're just saying nice things about Mr. Adrian, the umpire. I'm not anti the dudes. I'm anti and especially behind the plate. But we have the technology to get it right. And I would say we just saw him. He was safe. And they still get it wrong?
They must have saw something that was not indisputable. Maybe they couldn't tell when he – I don't know. I mean I don't know.
It's hard for me because it's not the umpiring, it's the system. The system's broke, right? We have it.
I hate the whole it has to be indisputable. How about we get it freaking right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. The umpires are okay to make mistakes. It's happened. They're human, right?
Sure. But if we can get it right, let's get it right.
I
we
think
need 7 minutes for them to not get it right.
You either have to get rid of replay altogether to just leave it up to the umpires, in my opinion, or you have to get it right every single time.
Yeah.
And there's night in and night out. They get them wrong still. And that's not even talking about balls and strikes. That's just talking about plays like that.
Yeah.
Well, my 2 cents, I feel like they do a pretty good job, but that's a tough job. I mean, there's no winning being an umpire, to be honest with you.
I don't think pretty good's good enough. I just don't. I think that if I from my couch can see it better than they can from an inch, I mean the guy trying to make the calls is not in the best place to make the calls. Okay, I'm talking about balls and strikes.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we could just. I mean, I say this all the time. Tennis, they got the machine. I think they call it the Cyclops. It's never wrong. I've never seen it be wrong once. I see it with the box. They show the replay. We see it in 2 seconds. I don't understand why we don't just do that. I think there's some fear of change that people have or something. Yeah, Joe, exactly. I don't understand it either. I really don't.
I think it has something to do with the gamblers, to be honest with you.
Do you?
I don't know.
Jonathan India, who I've always thought was underrated, laces one in the left field. Tell me more.
Yeah, he's a Gator. He's a Florida Gator.
India is?
I went to Miami. I don't care. I
see.
all my friends went to University of Florida, so I like to bust chops a little bit.
Gators.
No, he's good player though. Good player.
I've always good player. I thought it was an interesting trade this year for the pitcher. I can't think of his name right now. Singer? Was it Brady Singer in the deal?
He's with Cincinnati, right?
Yeah, he was traded.
Brady Singer, Jonathan India deal.
I thought that was an interesting trade because I've always thought they were both underrated ball players.
One of those trades that didn't really benefit one team other the other. It filled 2 needs separately, kind of thing, and I liked it.
Well, it was interesting because the Royals went out and got India, and then less than a week later they went out and got Gavin Lux. So I thought, Lux.
That's right.
Got hurt again or what? But I found that interesting. But Ray Singer's a decent starter.
Yeah.
1-1, top of 2 in Kansas City. In between innings, we need to do one of those breaks to tell people about the contest. If you want to do it tonight still.
Sure thing.
Awesome. 89 people here live. I appreciate every single one of you. 81X, 8 over on the YouTube channel. Jason Michaels in the house. Also Doug from MLB Spaces. Give them follow. 4-3 put out. Runner moves to second.
Watch this replay here. So the ball's going away from second base. Nice a job by Simeon right there, taking the out. Take the out. Don't try to make up. Don't try to get into something. Try to make a play at second.
That's another thing about Marcus that, again, I guess I'm just ripping the fans tonight, but there's a lot of people who are sick of Marcus Simeon situation, and I think they're blind to the truth. He's still got a really good bat, and that who's better defensively than him? I mean, if there are people, it's a short list. And before we get an answer, John, you good? Got another guest. John, give me one of these if you're good. All right, my buddy John Moore, who's been busy with football. We'll talk about that. But John Moore, are you with me that the fans are nuts about Marcus Simeon? They're totally clueless about the value that Marcus Simeon still brings to my Rangers. I'm setting you up, but how you been?
It's good. Listen, the Twitter universe. I was sitting with Emily Jones the other day. We were sitting there waiting on the night that the Rangers lost and Bochy threw the biggest fit he's ever thrown, and was mad. And we were sitting there, and she goes, "I don't even get on Twitter anymore." And I said, "I'm the only one that probably still interacts as much as I do." But I said, "Yeah, you know how Twitter is. They're fire Bochy, fire CY, get rid of Simeon, Seager, everybody else." And
it's like they try to out-stupid each other, and I don't care if that pisses people off. It's just so dumb. So dumb.
Look, there are guys playing for their right to be on this team. One of the big things that got a lot of activity the other day when I said I don't care what anyone says, Robert Garcia for Nathaniel Lowe was a good trade. And yes, he sucks right now, and there's no getting around. He's struggling in what he's doing right now, but I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit here and try to pretend that wasn't a good trade. Robert Garcia is a good arm. He was well thought of, highly regarded. He was the closer here for a little bit, and then he's just in a funk right now.
He might still be again in the future, maybe not this year.
I don't think his full-time role is a closer. I think he's just a good left-handed arm, and he may not be worth a darn. Let me tell you what, Josh Spores, I remember for about a year and a half, I wondered how he kept from being DFA'd for about a year and a half, and he kept going on the IL before he ended up becoming what he was and throwing the most important pitch in Texas Rangers history. So, I mean, these guys are cyclical. They go through this stuff. You just gotta be patient. Marcus Semien, look, Jeff and I talked about this the other day. Is there a chance that maybe he's somebody that's traded during this offseason? Maybe. I mean, I guess. I mean, you've got some kids coming up. You'd have to eat a lot of that contract. You do have to replenish the minor league system.
That would be an expensive trade for us.
I saw. Sorry, if I could cut in for once. I saw.
By the way, John, Jason, Doug, and Jason. Have you met John? I don't even know.
No, but nice to meet you, John.
Jason Michaels, plus 10 years of Major League Baseball. Doug, MLB Spaces. John Moore, TLLS podcast. All right, I'll let you guys go.
I saw all the stuff going on in Arizona with the Diamondbacks and Ketel Marte. I saw someone propose a Semien for Ketel Marte trade, and I was like,
well, I love Marcus. I love Marcus, but I would be all right with that.
Yeah, but that's never going to happen.
Marcus, I'm a big fan, but I guess he's getting a bunch of crap, right? I guess was it Nightingale came out with, I think it was Nightingale. I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it was him who said that some stuff that some of the ball players are pretty pissed about.
I think there's something bigger going on. Is there, Jason, maybe you have some insight? Is there some sort of like internal issue, that could happen in the clubhouse that could, people could.
Absolutely.
He went after the All-Star game. He took a little vacation, and apparently the D-backs weren't cool with it. And that's what
he didn't take a vacation. His house got robbed or something.
In addition to that, after that, apparently he took a couple days.
Oh, I don't know about that.
If you believe the reporting, John, do you know anything? Jason, do you know anything?
No, I mean, if it's not a right fit in the clubhouse, yeah, you're gonna. Yeah. That's typically that usually gets weeded out, with the team amongst the team, but it's happened.
He's not just like an up and coming kid. He's an established ball player. That's good.
I want to hear what John says, but I'll just throw it in real fast. He can take a vacation in the middle of the year and with that kind of production. What do I care? He's a stud.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ketel Marte as a player. I don't know the ins and outs of what's happening over there. And I got to tell you, if you're a clubhouse cancer, these teams will get rid of you. I mean, it depends on if it's having an effect on other people or what's going on. I mean, look, and it's also buying into the program. I've said this a few times. Everybody thinks that the reason that Nathaniel Lowe is gone is because of his money, and it wasn't necessarily that. I talked to somebody that's in the front office or that's a part of that thing that said that there's some reasons that they like Nate, all of that, but there's some other stuff, and they were okay with getting rid of Nathaniel Lowe, and it had nothing to do with his arbitration money and what he was going to make. That wasn't the reasoning for it, and but they wanted. There was something more they wanted. And they didn't feel like they were getting it from him. And it was kind of eye-opening when this person said it, and this is a person that knows everything about it. And I was like, wow, that was a little surprising. I didn't realize that.
Well, and it's hard as a fan to hear that, because I and all of us loved and still love Nathaniel Lowe, the guy. He's been fun. When I've interacted with him, he's an unbelievably fun guy.
Yep.
The memories we have, the 2023 run, it doesn't change the fact that we don't know everything, man. And
it was not a clubhouse thing. It's not. Yeah. He was one of the funnest guys in the clubhouse. It was nothing to do with that. But it was more to do with what their program is and what they're doing and what they expect and what they want. And here's what I got. The guy didn't come out and say it flat, but he basically said, everyone, he wasn't bought in. That's kind of the way it was put. And whatever that means. for whatever reason. You can't argue that he was a clubhouse cancer, and I don't know if that's what Ketel Marte's issue is. I've heard some things about that, about what he's like. He is a little bit he can be frosty at times, and he doesn't look like he smiles much. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know. When the Diamondbacks were here, we never talked to anybody over there that says stuff like that. I don't know. So in any case, I don't know exactly what it was, but I just know in the Nathaniel Lowe situation that was part of the deal. And, look, I got to tell you right now, this team, there are people going, well, they're not going to spend any money this offseason. Yeah, they are. They're going to spend something because there's a lot of money coming off there.
They've been
off this
waiting
payroll
for this moment. I mean, you correct me if I'm wrong, but the money that comes off the books, the getting under the luxury tax, I want to call it the salary cap, the luxury tax, it all sets up for we're going to have a good offseason. I don't know where we're going to add pieces, but the team's going to look different in 2026 because of opportunities in the offseason. Tell me I'm wrong. And do you know anything about the luxury tax? Because it's been reported more detailed nationally from what I've seen that they are clearly thought to be under the luxury tax than I've read from local reporting. What do you know? Where's that?
I'll have to ask Jeff. Jeff, you got to be a numbers guy to know where that sits and goes. I do know this, that I know
out there, but they all say it's really close.
Yeah. So I know that everybody talks about Ray Davis and he wants to stay within that. My understanding and talking to somebody right after the trade deadline is that if they had gotten the right piece, that going over the luxury tax wasn't necessarily a huge deal. They weren't afraid to go over a little bit if some of these bigger deals were made. So that wasn't necessarily.
And that was probably, if I can put two to two together, that was about Suarez, right? I mean, there wasn't a lot of guys, at least on the bat side for sure, that mattered, were worthy of the going over the cap or whatever the word is.
Yeah, I think it was a closer. So I think it was a closer, but the deal didn't, for whatever reason, didn't go. Either they liked what they got back in the Yankees trade with Bednar. They apparently, the catcher that went back in that deal with the Pirates, were really, really high on that guy. In comparison, it would have probably been Malcolm Moore from the Rangers, and they weren't going to give up Malcolm Moore for Bednar. So
and Bednar's not been being. I would have loved to have Bednar. He hasn't been great for New York, but giving up more after 1 year of minor league ball seems a little nuts. Corey smashes one in the left. But I'd read some reporting that they at least made some inquiries. I don't know. It's just what I read. Inquiries on Suarez. And that kind of worried me, actually, because I'm still a Josh Young believer, but here he is, second day in a row, sitting behind Freeman.
I'm interested to hear, did they give a reason why this 2 days in a row? I mean,
Bochy said it in the pregame. I watched it right as we were prepping. Bochy said, yeah, he's scuffling again. Cody's up here because he's hitting like 330. This is Bochy's words, not mine. In like 330 in the minors. He came up here to give us a lift, and Josh, I don't want to say it like this is how he said it, but he's been scuffling again. And I didn't like hearing it, honestly.
Corey's at bats look good too. I mean, Cody's at bats look really good. I mean, I know he popped out that first time, but look, if you can't ignore what's going on at AAA.
I don't know. When I look at our prospects, he's not one of the names that I'm all that excited about. I mean, I'm not going to be trying to like watch them a lot, but it's only been a few at bats up here, but it is what it is. I see Luis.
Part of the problem is they rake at AAA. You get them up here, and then you let them, and then you let them sit up here, and you give them 3 games, and they go 1 for 9 in 3 games, which is comparable. I mean, it's going to be that way till you get rolling. Everybody expects them to come up and hit 500 in their first week of at bats. It doesn't happen that way. You're facing best pitching in the world to do that, and then they kind of fall back and they go away from them. And it's like, you got to let these guys settle in and get some at bats and get used to it. But he does look good at the plate. And I guess that's a part of it too. You look at the approach, and if he's looking good at the approach, then maybe, when a left-hander comes up, I'm wondering if he's not going to be over there at first base.
It makes me want to ask you, Jason, and what John was just saying, it made me think about Zeke Durant, who I'm a big fan of. He can mash it at AAA. Clearly he's better than AAA pitching, but he hasn't for about a year and a half now been better than Mario Mendoza in the majors. How long does it take as a ball player, as a hitter, to be a major league hitter? I mean, should we, as Ranger fans, go up on a guy like Zeke, who's really talented but not doing it offensively?
Yeah, so there's they always talk about so in AAA, you have the stadiums in AAA, they have 2 levels mostly, okay, or pretty much all of them, where they always talk about, hey, you put on that 3rd tier, sometimes guys' buttholes get a little bit tight, basically.
Sure.
You know, when they come up, it's here you are in the big leagues, you got bigger stadiums. I actually, you know, they're not facing any different arms, to be honest with you. And I'm not going against you, John. I'm just saying in general that they're all really the same. It's just more the atmosphere. Because I've played with and against guys that were freaking studs in minor league, and they come up and they couldn't hit shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a psychological thing.
Sure.
I've heard guys with your experience say it got a little easier. I don't know if I believe this, but I've heard it said that it got a little easier because the command was more repeatable.
Yeah. I mean, I never forget a long time ago I heard Tino Martinez say that it was easier to hit as you went up.
Yeah, I remember I've heard that, and it wasn't for me.
And as a pitcher, it's tougher as you go up, because as a pitcher, they're more disciplined at the plate as you go up. And so when you're overpowering guys in low A and high A, and you get to double A, and some of these guys are a little more patient and looking for stuff that they can get a hold of, you've got to be more creative, you know, up on the hill. And that's where guys, the biggest jump in baseball, they say, is to double A for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, and that's the goal of every organization, is to get that player, if they scout it or they develop the player, to get him to double A, then it's on the player after that.
Yep.
We got John Moore, DLLS podcast. We got Doug, MLB Space. We've got Jason Michaels, 10 years plus, right? Major league veteran, the big league approach hitting coach out in Tampa, where I think might be one of the only cities in America hotter than freaking where I live today. My car said 103 and it pissed me off.
Yeah, I was thinking about going to send you a picture too. I think I had one at 101.
I got in my car after my meeting today, and I'm like, too hot. I love living in Texas, except for August. I bet. It is what it is.
All those kids are football practice now, man. You talk about spending a lot of time at the water.
I loved high school football. I coached a little high school football. I played 1,000 years ago. I don't know that I would have if I lived in Texas. I might have been a tennis player or something. I don't know. It's freaking hot. I don't know that I would have pulled it off. And you know, I know in Palm Springs out in California they would practice in the morning. Do we do that out here in Texas, or are we just trying to kill the kids?
Yeah, they usually do 2-a-days, early morning practices.
And that reminds me, you might be busy with football. John, tell the people what you're doing with football, and then we'll do a little ad for everybody real fast as Bobby Witt hopefully strikes out here.
Yeah, so it's something I've kind of wanted to do for a while. I mean, everybody knows for my actual coverage is with the Texas Rangers at DLLS Sports and do all of that. But I've always been a college football fan, and I've always believed that the best football played in the country is from the high school and college level is in the state of Texas, even at the FBS level. There are 13 schools that play in the Division I FBS football in the state of Texas. They also have the number 1 ranked team in the country here in Texas right now.
Yeah.
I'm covering those 13 schools. I'll be doing a show. I'm with Fanatics View. That's a huge YouTube channel that is run over there. They've got over 70,000 subscribers, and I'm going to be doing a weekly show counting down the 13 schools. I just finished all my previews. I've done a preseason all-Texas team is what I'm calling it, all-Texas college team with those 13 players. And I did it MLB rules, MLB all-star rules. You had to have first and second team on offense and defense, at least one player from every of those 13 schools. So some people get snubbed automatically because of that, because let's be honest, you could probably make a first and second team offense and defense off about 4 or 5 schools in the state of Texas from the Big 12 and the SEC. But I wanted to get some of these smaller schools that are playing at the Division I FBS level in there too. So I'm doing that. It's fun. The offensive one's about to drop. Defense is in the can. And then football starts this week. And next week I'll have my first week of the countdowns from 13 to 1.
Love it. I just dropped the link to Fanatics View right there. J. Mike, where can people find you? What can you do for people? Again, I
got 2 cages in Tampa. I do hitting and fielding. I also do virtual lessons. I also have were the hitters or parents of hitters would send me videos, and I would critique the video, critique the swing, and give feedback for some drills to do and some direction. I'm at my website is thebigleagueapproach.com. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook at the Big League Approach is all of them. So love to work with anybody just to get them to their next level.
How long have you done this, Jason?
I've been doing it this is my 10th year, I think. Yeah.
I'm trying to think back. My son, my son's heading off to college, my youngest, but he was my ball player. But I did something with him on that where I sent a video to somebody and they would send me back these drills. And I'm wondering, but that was like 7 years ago.
One. Oh, geez. There used to be one with some former big leaguers, and then I don't know what happened to it. So
this watch goes deep. That's one of the OGs.
I'm having my clients, I say, guys, send me your videos, over the weekend or something like that, and we'll, I'll discuss them and we'll break them down. But I'll do that with my college guys and my pro guys. Because they'll be able to have more access to video as well, and we get a chance to go over it over the weekend and talk about approach a lot, and what were you looking for? Were we sitting on anything? Are we swinging at the right pitches and taking the wrong pitches? Stuff like that.
Vinny Pasquantino's not going to send his video into you because he just mashed that ball.
That was a line.
You don't need any help.
Get out.
And the next guy slices one or lances one, where do you want to say it, into center. Jack's not looking, not getting the results you want. Let's put it that way.
Got to throw strikes.
I dropped the link to Jason's website in the chat. Check that out. I like to interrupt you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's having to work. So he's got some stress pitches under him right now.
Yeah.
Mike Maddox giving the hug of the shoulder to Jack and Jonah. By the way, Doug, you haven't talked about you. Tell them about MLB Spaces. I was on one of them last night or the night, whatever it was, this weekend. Yep. Tell them about MLB Spaces for anybody who doesn't know.
Hey, Doug here from MLB Spaces on X. I just enjoy anyone coming in, talking, being able to grab the mic on a space on X, and being able to talk whatever baseball they want to talk, whatever team, whatever player, whatever topics. Yesterday we just had an impromptu space, and we were talking. Yeah, you were in there, Jeff, and we were talking.
I was making fun of your all-time Red Sox choices. That's what I was doing.
We were talking all-time Red Sox choices, yes. And y'all put me on the spot real easy.
I think I got cold because I got called old because I said Fred Lynn over, who'd you have, Ellsbury in center or something? I don't remember.
Well, that was more of I was confusing my favorite people, my favorite Red Sox with all time. So
two different things for sure.
Anyway, check it out. We go live a couple times a week, and we'll just go until nobody wants to talk anymore, and we'll just talk baseball.
And he has big league players on there. I mean, J. Mike was on there. I think you were, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Did you have Jeff Fry on there? And well, I'll shut up and I'll just ask you. You've had guys on there.
We had some players like Chipper Jones. We had Papelbon. We had Kelvin Escobar, Ty Buttry, Greg Olson, Orioles Rookie of the Year in '89.
One of the best curves I ever saw.
Had Omar Vizquel.
Oh, really?
A year ago.
Wow.
Had
glove.
Jason Michael. We've had some good players on there.
All those guys had this in common, way better than me. What do you think, or Jason or Doug? What do you see? Is Jack just getting hit because is he leaving balls up? What do you guys see?
He's just.
I was just holding my breath on that India at bat there.
Okay. So you were ahead of us. Yeah, you were ahead of us right there, Doug.
I might be a little ahead, yeah.
Oh, now I see it. Yeah.
That's a nice shot.
Right field. Not Adolis Garcia out there. John, that makes me want to ask you, one of my daughter's favorite ball players, Dolly. Is it bad? Is he a little one because they need to give him some time? Do you know anything? What do you know?
Man, I don't know. I'm wondering if he's played his last game.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
I don't know. Look, there's all kinds of talk that he's not coming back. I mean, they're not going to
because of injury or because
that he's set to make about. What did he make? He's probably set to make at least 15, maybe 19 million next year, something like that. It's his second year arbitration, something like that he's coming into. So all they have to do is non-tendering.
Yeah. But so you're telling me the injury might be the rest of the year? I
have not been there since this has gone down. He was playing when I was there. So I don't know. I'm not on the road. So, you know, and Jeff probably knows. And that's just kind of things I've seen. I'm wondering if that's the end of it. Cause what is it? He's out with the,
I don't remember. Honestly, I want to say ankle, but I don't think I'm right. I don't know.
Do you remember what is the injury?
I'll pull it up. And then, while I pull it up, you want to talk about John Gray, because from what I'm hearing there, I've heard the R word there. That sounds not good at all.
Yeah, that what is it? The
thoracic
outlet syndrome, which, yeah, and everybody was like so upset at the beat writers where how are we finding out that he cleared waivers? So let me explain it to people. They don't announce when they put someone on outright revocable waivers after the trade deadline. The reason being they're not looking for compensation. If someone, the Angels did this a couple years ago where they just offloaded and a bunch of people claimed their players, and without doing a trade deadline, they just took on their salaries. Yeah. They do that with a few players, and there's still some more candidates the Rangers have that they might place on waivers just to see if someone picks them up. A lot of them aren't going to get picked up, but if someone's, you know, they're looking for someone, they might, and he cleared waivers. Now doesn't mean he's gone, which now he's not. Now he's on the IL. But I mean, he was gone. Now he could stay there and stay with them the rest of the year. They could release him. They could do whatever they want.
And as you look at guys who are on expiring deals or whatever, not a lot they're going to save. So I think Gray was probably the I don't know anything, but just looking at what I can see online, Gray was the one that they could save a couple. I mean, $3 million, right? But
yeah, well, that's exactly what it was. It was
just right around the corner, right? So I don't know where Gray, if he was healthy, where he would have fit in anyway.
And it could have been a deal where they put him on waivers, and then if someone else gets put on waivers, maybe they look to claim somebody, you know, that gets put on the same waivers. The Rangers could change their roster. They could claim somebody if they want to take on what's there and do that. But an example would be if they put Corey Seager on waivers, outright waivers, and they go through. If someone claims Corey Seager, they're on the hook for the rest of Corey Seager's contract. So that's why sometimes they'll do that. They used to do it after the trade deadline because that way, if they cleared waivers, you could work another trade out during that before September. Now you can't trade them anymore, but people can claim them and take them on. And so
this is the one they call revocable waivers, right? Where
outright waivers are revocable, meaning
other team claims him, but we're going to actually pull him back and not do.
Well, no, it's irrevocable.
Okay.
This is irrevocable. So they're basically saying if you want to take him, but you're going to be taking on the whole thing, and you can't pull him back. So, but he was placed on irrevocable waivers and outright, and so that's how he cleared. And I don't know how Ken Rosenthal gets his info.
Well, he's got to have a contact with the MLB office. I don't know anything.
I think what he's got, he's got agents, and I think they have to let an agent or the player know that, hey, we've put you on waivers. We've put you on. This kind of
thing happen a lot. Like stuff that's related to the MLB office doesn't usually get to us from Jeff or Evan or whoever. It usually gets to us from
Rosenthal, one of those Jeff Passan or Ken Rosenthal. And probably what it is, like you said, either the MLB office or the agents notified, and then when they clear, yes, Lewis, I'm reading this down here, Lewis. They are, as long as it's before September 1st. They have to be on the roster before September 1st to be playoff eligible.
13 days or 12 days to get on.
So that's why you could still see some more put out there, because it has to be done before September 1st. You can still put guys on waiver after that. They just can't keep them on their playoff roster.
Okay, so what about your boy Nathaniel, who just got picked up by the Red Sox, is he postseason eligible?
Yeah,
he is. But
Wow.
he's a free agent. They DFA'd him, so he completely became a free agent. They just signed him before the end. And if they keep him, he is playoff eligible at the end of the year.
Okay.
Yes.
And whatever they signed him for, obviously, I don't know any details, but it's just for the end of the year.
I don't either.
Year.
I think the Nationals are in a rebuild. And they want to get younger there, or whatever they're going to do. They're not in the playoff hunt, so that was just clearing a spot.
Spending money, and I was surprised that Boston picked up Nathaniel. I've got to be real.
They needed a first baseman.
Yeah,
they've been struggling ever since.
This isn't coming back anytime soon, is it?
Ever since Cassis went down, they were kind of struggling to figure out some sort of solution there, and Cassis was the guy in the majors or in the minors. Well, he was in the majors, but he was the guy, and there's no next guy yet. So,
yeah.
Evan Carter, hit the wrong one. Oh, come on, why can't I do that? Evan Carter leading off 0-for-1 on the day, 3-1, 3-1 KC, top of 4 in KC. J Mike, talk about the waivers end of year transaction situation as it relates to being a ball player. I mean, I'm sure you went through it, especially towards the end of your career. How hard is that on a player to
they don't tell you. They don't really tell you. I think everybody gets put on waivers at some point, but they don't tell you. It's
even as a ball player, they don't tell you. Interesting, huh?
And I don't care. I mean, like, to me, I don't care. Like, I don't like it. It's not going to bother me playing one way or the other.
I mean, you might need to move your family, or you might need to move yourself, or whatever. I mean, that's got to be
that could happen at any time. So yeah, I mean,
interesting.
But I think everybody goes through waivers, and I don't know if. Yeah, I think John's doing a good job of explaining it too. Nice job.
I think that so something that fans, I don't know, don't understand, don't appreciate.
I don't really understand it. To be honest with you, I mean that's just
you just left it to the agent,
or the front office stuff that guys used to ask me like, "Hey, why are you so grumpy?" I said, "It's just because there's just some stuff that just goes on that's out of our control." And you see it happen over and over and over, and it's, I said it makes you grumpy because it feels like sometimes that you're like, how, like, it doesn't make any sense to the player, on some of these moves, but it's out of our control. That's the business side of it.
So Waka just got hit with a comebacker in his hamstring.
Yeah,
and the trainer's out right now.
He should be fine. We get hit by pitches all the time.
Yeah,
I saw Jeff's who was it? The new Phillies closer got carted off yesterday. Did you pile in on that comment train there, Jason?
I didn't see that, but I mean I heard about it, but I didn't see it.
Well, and there's a bunch of stuff. So let's do it. Can I go down my list? I mean, I don't want to ignore that one, but Manfred last night on ESPN, which I wasn't watching live to be fair, but I've read it. Talked about realignment. I would love Doug and Jason, and I honestly don't know. I didn't ask any of you three how many innings you would stay. Normally I do, so I can be respectful. So if anybody's got to go, just don't feel bad. Just let me know. But if you can stick around, there's a few things I'd like to hear your thoughts on. Manfred realignment, what that means for the Rangers, what that means for MLB. Who wants to take it first? I'm interested.
All right, I'll go first. The first thing he said after that realignment was about the wear and tear on players. That's how he said it.
Meaning the travel?
Yeah, to kind of that has nothing to do with anything. To be honest with you, it really doesn't. Unless you're going back and forth, coast to coast, but it's just
the Mariners put in a lot more.
They do. They have more miles, I think, than anybody.
By far, yeah.
So, but to me, it all comes down to money. It's all going to come down to money for some reason. Maybe it's more. I think they have more playoff teams.
Well, if you add 2 teams, everybody makes more money. There's just no doubt about it. I mean, that's 52 more MLB spots. That's all the revenue that it comes with it. I mean, obviously they'll sell the franchises and MLB will share that revenue. It's a lot of money for sure.
So I always sit there and go, hey, it's something about money. But he went up, he went in and said, oh, it's for the, the wear and tear on the players. And I was like, oh, you lost.
Really? See, I would have thought, you traveled it. I never did. My travel was to, Frisco, not from, I mean, you played in Cleveland and you flew to New York and then you had to fly to the West Coast. That you're telling me that was not a nothing burger?
It's just part of it.
Yeah.
Like it's like it's already understood. It's already a given thing that you're going to be, it just is what it is. To be honest with you.
6-4-3 double play right there. Jock Peterson going to come up with 2 outs, top of 4.
Most teams, except for the Angels, for some reason the Angels just remain obstinate about it. But most teams try to do on a getaway day. They try to make it the game a reasonable time or make it a day game, even during the week.
Angels are weird about a few things. They don't travel their announcers. Angels play by a different set of rules, I think.
Their owner is one of the goofiest guys in all of Major League Baseball, to tell you the truth.
Yes, he is. I mean, I don't know anything, but it seems clear. I kind of like his, hey, I want to keep Trout. I wanted to keep Ohtani for the fans to say they saw him. I kind of can respect that, but in a very I'm trying my best to be positive kind of way. Because how did you not trade Ohtani?
Yeah. Yeah. He decides he wants to go for a run or whatever, and he'll take on Sal. I mean, he's like a kid who got handed everything from mommy and daddy, and he didn't know how to balance a budget or do anything. He spends money like crazy. And then
former Rangers
he'll override his GM and make trades. And I mean, he's
sell the franchise and he changes his mind.
Yeah. So
a couple of our Ranger friends got rich off of him, though. CJ and Hammy and somebody
Josh what's his name, went out there too and came back and played for the Rangers. God, one of my Hamilton. Yeah, why did I go blank there? But Hamilton got signed to his big deal out there.
He made a lot of money from Anaheim.
Yeah.
Luis says, before I leave the chat, the more, where are you going? No, don't put it. The more the Angels owner doesn't do getaway days, the more I'm for realignment. That is ridiculous for the players. The Angels are cheap asses to their employees. I know that they have first-class charters. Bronco says, that's what California's ownership needs to take over the Mavs. There you go. I don't know. Jock goes the other way into the shortstop, who's actually the third baseman, 5-3, even though he hit it to the 6-3 hole. That's the inning. Going to the bottom of the inning, we're down 3-2-1. We got John Moore. We got Jason Michaels. We got Doug from LB Spaces. 3 good dudes. Well, I'm just going to keep going until anybody's got to go. There's more stuff. Players Weekend. Did you guys love it? I love it.
I like the bats. They were pretty cool looking.
The bats were cool. Hey, Mike,
just watching Jason shake his head on every question.
You didn't like it?
No, I think it's over the top. It's
pretty over the top. I agree with you there.
I can understand, why fans would like it. I don't like it.
So I'm
more old school. I'm like, I didn't understand. I'm sitting there looking. I was like, what are these freaking bats? These scoots? I mean, like when I came up in 2001, 2002. When I came up, you had to earn your way. Like you didn't have anything custom yet. You had to earn your way. You had to go to your first arbitration before basically you're still a rookie-ish until you went to arbitration. And had to make an all-star team in order to get some. We called it chrome. You put some chrome on. You got to look. So I came up by an old school team, old school rules. So
I think that's what I like about you. But in my real life, I run a nonprofit. It used to be the Boys and Girls Club, and I'll just leave it at that because pretty much everybody knows that name. And I like it because you can put the Boys and Girls Clubs of Tarrant County on your shoe and auction the dang thing off and make some money for the kiddos. And that's where my brain goes on that stuff. I mean, that's
that, and there's that side of it. And I completely understand that side of it too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm being selfish and making it about my own worldview.
Yeah, but they've done it crazy a couple times. They'll make uniforms with their specialized names on them or whatever they'll do. And that gets a little. I mean, you ever notice though, like they did all these. Everyone did their City Connect jerseys and everyone did all of that. But you know who didn't do City Connect? The Yankees, because they refuse. We're the Yankees. We do pinstripes and grays. That's what we do. They didn't have to do City Connect. So, it's a moneymaker. It's an extra jersey to sell.
I think that's about revenue as much as anything else.
If you're going to do something, make every team have to do it. And that's the thing. There's some teams that refuse. maybe the Yankees, for the first time ever, the Yankees are letting them wear facial hair that's trimmed. Used to they had to be that clean cut haircut and all of that. So, but
I didn't like them changing. That.
Yeah, that's Jason coming from old school. That's what they were known for. He ran it like a corporate boardroom. He wanted everyone to look clean cut, have your hair tight and clean shaven. You could have a mustache, and that was it. You couldn't have a beard, and you had to have it high and tight. Mustache couldn't be one of those goofy handlebar mustaches. You just had to have a tight mustache.
No Raleigh fingers allowed.
Yep.
Devin Williams and Jason Michaels would not get along. Apparently, we learned today. Baseball RV life, my buddy in the house. What's going on? Hope you're having a great day. Lewis, thanks for stopping in. Bronco Mustang Lifestyle Living says, "Hey Jason, what if I hit the right button? You can see there. You go. Hey Jason, why has there been such a shift in pitching mentality from the 70s and 80s, where starters pitched over 20 complete games and pitched well over 100 pitches compared to what we have now? I'd love your thoughts." Base hit into nice play.
They don't got a challenge.
That's crazy, right?
See, that just goes back to it. Like, you have replay, but you got it wrong, so now you can't use it. So now we're going to get calls wrong.
Yep, and they got that wrong. I don't know what they didn't see there. I mean, the only thing I could understand is I'm thinking that they were wondering if his foot actually was down.
He was safe.
He was safe. Yeah, so there was nothing there. But
on the play at the plate there earlier, it wasn't irrefutable, I think is the wording. I hate that that's in the rules. I mean, let's just get it right. But let's get to the question, Jason. And for anybody else, but it's after Jason. How come pitchers don't go deeper? Where's Fernando Valenzuela anyway?
Because they got numbers now. They didn't really have the numbers back then, I'm assuming. Of course, they had, fewer guys on the IL or the DL back then,
Ball smash into right field, first and third now. So is there nothing to – I mean, I said earlier, and I'll just stick to my gun.
They're trying to – it's just – they're doing matchups and stuff like that, right? I don't know. I mean –
Waivers are filthy now. I mean, we used to have Francisco Rodriguez as one guy in the league. Now they're all K-Rod.
Yeah, they're all power arms now. You didn't really have those specialty pitchers. Maybe you had the closer, but how many times have we heard about, these guys back in the day throwing, what did I hear, an 18-inning complete game or a 14-inning, 10-inning? It's
RB Haddix, 15 straight.
I think it's numbers. The numbers have really come up, and it's crazy, like the numbers – all these numbers come up, but all these guys are on the IL. It's like the Dodgers at one point. What, they have $1 billion on the IL this year?
Just in the
this drive line stuff. And I'm not a big fan of drive line.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
I think you got more guys now that they used to the guy that threw 100 miles an hour. And don't get me wrong, there's been people that thrown that hard throughout baseball.
Oh, yeah.
Back into before Jason played. I mean, that threw hard. You have more of them now that throw up into 100, but I think a lot of it is they are developed that way. They do things now to develop, and your arm is just not built to throw that kind. We've had Keith Meister on our show, and that's part of the issue. And the whole pitch count thing.
For people who don't know, Dr. Meister, the Tommy John surgeon to everybody.
Yeah, to most everyone, there's a guy in California too, but I think Meister is the one that most everyone comes to. But he said that it's just when your arm does that, it's like trying to run a howitzer through a 22 gun. That's just a bigger bullet you're throwing out of there, and that's where you lead to these issues, and why most of them come back from it and they're better because they've rebuilt a better deal. A ligament in there, but I think I don't know. Pitch counts used to never be an issue. These guys, it was pride. They wanted to finish the game. Relievers were specialists. You didn't have big bullpens back in the 70s and 80s. These guys were throwing 200 pitches, and the only reason they would come out is they were getting shelled, and you wanted to bring in someone to close it off. But Nolan Ryan would have assumed threw a ball at your forehead if you came to get him. Right. Out of a game if he was at 200 pitches. And then
you don't have to go even that far back. The great video of Musina telling Torrey to get back there. I mean, I love that. I was already a fan of Mussina, but that made me love the guy. It's just great.
Well, we're training these guys to not be able to throw more than 100 pitches now.
Yeah, because we're training them to throw at 100 miles an hour now.
Yeah,
absolutely. But and like all the minor leagues, that's why I was saying like they're all facing the same arms.
Yeah.
I had an instance with the player back in the day a little bit. Was a Japanese player, and he struggled in the big leagues. And we were talking about that. I said, Japan's big leagues is kind of like our A-ball over here. Oh. The pitching. So I feel like, hey, when anybody from Japan comes over, any hitter, I know they're good hitters, but when they come over, they got to go through our minor leagues a little bit because the arms over here are completely different than the arms in Japan. And that's why he struggled. He didn't, because he never really saw this amount of power arms, just one after another, and he had a hard time. Plus, he didn't really know how to prepare, which I couldn't believe.
Style and different velocity too, right? I mean, a lot more spin over there.
Yeah, they do a lot of backwards pitching, if you want to call that. I don't know if it's really a thing anymore now. It's just try to throw every pitch you can, throw the whole arsenal.
Remember when was it Daisuke came over and everybody thought that he was throwing they called it the gyro ball or whatever. I mean, there's a lot of myth to it until we got to see it, I guess. But
well, they also throw a bullpen, like a 90-pitch bullpen, the day before they start. It's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Yu Darvish was the one they talked about. They said he would throw a 60 to 90 pitch bullpen the day before his start in Japan. Now, they only pitched once a week because they had the 1 day off. It was uniform. They had 1 day off a week, and they pitched 6 days, and you usually had a 6-man rotation. But he would ramp up and then throw 60 to 90 pitches the day before his start.
It was more like college where you had a day you threw.
Right.
Yeah, kind of cool, actually. Victor Robles, minor leagues, coming back from injury, didn't like the pitch that he swung and missed at and decided to throw his bat.
The hell was he swinging at, though? The ball hit it in the middle of the chest.
And he was so mad about it that he threw his bat at I should have pulled up the video for it, I guess.
I saw somebody that had a response saying that he looked like he was embarrassed, and that's why he threw the bat.
Maybe.
How the hell do you swing at that pitch? That the ball was coming right at you.
If you do, why are you mad at the pitcher?
So to me, he was trying to cheat in. Like he was assuming that pitch was going to be inside, but not that far. He was just selling out already. But
I don't like the call. I'm very anti slamming ball players, but I called him an idiot, and I'll be happy to do it again.
Yeah.
What is that? That's crazy. Thought it was funny.
Let's see. I had an ex-teammate of mine where did he play? Puerto Rico. And I think he went after somebody with a bat. He got hit by a pitch.
Whatever.
And I think he was done. Like he got blacklisted or whatever you want to call it.
Go with the guy with the bat. That's a couple steps beyond insanity.
Yeah.
That's assault with a deadly weapon.
It really is. I mean, I don't know. Doug, MLB Spaces, Jason, J. Mike, MLB, John Moore, Recliner Nerd. MLB Spaces audio on X, J. Mike. You can learn to hit from a former pro. Even if you don't go to Tampa, you can do it online. And then John Moore. Well, DLLS Ranger talk, but also a lot of football. 'Tis the season for, are you ready for some football? I can't believe it. One of the things I love about football season coming around is this summer. Take a flying leap and get the heck out of here. But I'm more excited this year. And one of the reasons, and I'm not just saying this because I know your kid's going to UT, but Arch Manning, man, I'm hearing good things.
He's
rich. I think
he's rich.
Too much hype.
He's rich. What, Jason?
He's rich. I mean, hell, he doesn't need to play. He doesn't need to go anywhere.
They wouldn't even let him take NIL until he got the starting nod. So he's about to be richer.
Yeah, his parents did it right. He's such a humble kid. That's what I like about him. Everybody's bringing up the Heisman stuff, and he's like, I don't understand why you guys are saying this. I've started 2 games.
Yes,
that's just reporters. Yeah, that's just reporters. But
his last
I love to hear the humbleness.
So that's why. But
yeah. You never saw him talk to anybody hardly before this season, unless he played like the games he started. He talked to the media last year, and then this year. Now that he's taken over, but he he's always said I'm not the starter. You guys, I can't imagine the pressure on that, but he seems to be a humble kid and calls his uncles all the time. His grandfather's one of the greatest human beings that ever lived. And
Archie. Yes.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm anxious. I grew up a UT fan. My son, I'm moving him in there. In fact, I'm going to go here in a minute because we're getting all this stuff ready. We drive him to school Friday.
Nice. Congrats.
But I'm anxious to see it. He's coming in at a great time to be going to UT. They're gonna be good. Whether or not they live up to the hype, I don't know, but they're gonna be good all year.
What are the games on the schedule that are the scary ones?
Well, they're SEC, so they're pretty much every game,
Yeah,
well,
they're
everybody though. They don't have Georgia,
Ohio State.
Oh, yeah, and that's
this year.
Yeah, that's the first game, 11 o'clock, Ohio State. And then of course they got Oklahoma supposed to be better this year. You got A&M at home. Then they're going to Georgia. They're going to Florida.
I need to.
Depending on what happens there, that could be a tough one too. That if DJ Lagway's healthy, I mean that kid's a stud too. So
I like him.
Yeah.
Who's your team, Jason? Who's your college team?
Well, I went to Miami, so.
Oh yeah, Dot. So obviously.
Yeah.
Hey, Carson Beck there.
Yeah, just curious how he fits into that offense. And why did he leave Georgia? Did he just transfer? Or
yeah, he got hurt in that SEC championship game. He got hurt, and that's how they won. They brought in their backup quarterback, and Texas was not prepared for him, and they ended up coming back and beating Texas in that SEC championship. And I don't know, maybe they told him your time's up or what, but he ended up transferring out of there. I think it was Georgia at a QB at Georgia when he wasn't on all the time. You hear all the grumblings that people talk about. There was expectations, and if he had a bad game, everybody wanted you off the team, and if you had a good game, you were the hero. And that's what they do to every one of these kids. And of course, now they're making money.
If in the new landscape, if you're not comfortable, you don't like it, you break up with your girlfriend, you're mad at your coach, there's a million reasons why you go get as much money or more elsewhere. I mean,
yeah,
it's got to be
he signed a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
What a world like 10 years ago versus now, even 5 years ago versus now. It's college sports in general, but certainly high-level football. It's just totally different than it ever was. Cody Freeman, top of 5 here, down 3-1 in Kansas City. Line drive going to be a L5, I guess.
Oh.
We got Doug, MLB Spaces. We got Jason Michaels. We got John Moore, and we got you guys. I appreciate y'all being here. 140 people here. Let's see, 8 on the YouTube channel, 132 over on X. Thanks for being here. Subscribe to all three of them, Doug and Jason and John Moore's. Well, they're all over the place. Why don't we do that again, John? I think you just said you need to leave, so we'll find you before you head out. Where do you want them to find you for your podcast?
Yeah,
whatever you want.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube channel. I mean, it's at Recliner Nerd. That's its own story, but I'm on both of them. And so then, and then DLLS Sports is where the Ranger coverage is, and we do a weekly podcast. They have a daily one that him and John Radigan do. That's daily, and then I'm doing something with Fanatics View with the football thing. That's just Fanatics View on YouTube. If you go there and see that, it's called the Texas College Football Show. That's coming out, and it's had some episodes, and now we're getting ready to kick in.
Love it. And the first game that you're looking forward to sounds to me like it's UT Ohio State. Yeah, I mean, when is that? Is that 2 weekends from now? 3? Three? How many is that? I don't even know.
Yeah, so it's a week from Saturday. But this is 0 week. There are some games this week. The only Texas team that plays this week is Sam Houston State, and they're at Western Kentucky. And I'm going to be doing something with one of their Sam Houston guys. We're going to do a little preview of that. It's the only game of any of the Texas schools that play in 0 week. So there's a few games this Saturday, and none of them are big ranked games, but there are a couple games this weekend.
Football. If you've been waiting, it's football. I dropped the link to the Fanatic View. I'm about to drop the Big League Approach down there. John, do you need to bounce?
I do. I got to roll. We got to get – you ought to see my house right now with what my wife is packing up. So,
oh, man. My second youngest just had her 24th birthday. It's not the same as what you're dealing with, but,
I'm gonna be an empty nester, so – this will be first time in 28 years I haven't had a kid in the house. So,
oh my gosh. Well, enjoy that part and safe driving down to Austin. Have some
Yep.
barbecue for me.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for having me on. I'm gonna go. If you guys follow me, I'll follow you guys back here. So let me see. It's at Jason MLB. Is that it?
No,
Mike. Yeah,
Mike MLB. I'm trying to read it here on my screen, and then
at
MLB
Mike
Spaces.
MLB.
I may already follow MLB Spaces, but I'll give you guys a follow real quick and get on that. All right, guys, I appreciate it. I'm gonna bounce.
Appreciate you, buddy. Have a good trip, and appreciate you. That's John. Have a good night, buddy. That's John Moore, TLS podcast. Fanatics View. A lot of football coming from him. He's been doing Texas Rangers for a long time, and me and him are becoming friends. Nice guy. Appreciate him popping in. Of course, we still got Doug, NLB Spaces, Jason, J Mike MLB, and I didn't ask either one of you, but you can welcome to stay as long or as little as you need to, guys. I don't want to ever make you feel like you need to stay, but of course you're always welcome to stay. Smitty, leadoff hitter for the good guys. Good guys down 3-1, top of 5. Waka, 78th pitch of the game.
You know, and we go back to that second inning when they had first and second, nobody on.
Yep.
I just think about stuff like that
when they didn't bunt, and you said that Freeman
with Freeman. Yeah.
Yep.
And
I agree with you.
I know. Do we know what would have happened? No, but I mean, it could have put the pressure on the Royals. You never know. You never know what could have happened. But I know Jonah Heim ended up getting a big hit there.
But it could have been a hit with second and third. I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to work the same way.
Right. It doesn't. Yeah, absolutely. But anyways, I'm going to have to get going too after they hit.
No problem, buddy. No problem. Anytime. And I appreciate your time again. Before he goes, let's just do it again. If you want to learn how to hit, have your kid learn how to hit, have their swing be evaluated, how would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. So you can reach out to me through my website, thebigleagueapproach.com.
It's in the chat right now.
I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok and Facebook at the Big League Approach. And I do hitting all ages, all levels, from beginners all the way up to the big leagues. So I do it all. I analyze film and be able to give some feedback as far as in what drills to do. And I can do virtual lessons as well.
And I'm not just saying this because you're here and you're my bud now, but I joked with him a couple shows ago. That is so valuable. I mean, I loved ball, and I lived as a player and then as a high school coach for a few years. And I thought we had a lot of opportunities, but that is something that is available to everybody.
Yeah.
A real MLB vet who is now a hitting coach, who's been doing it for a long time, who's forgotten more hitting than guys like us will ever know. And you can have your kid or you can have your you told me you had young kids and you even had some old people like me.
Yeah, I did. My oldest was 58. And he was awesome. He came in, he just wanted to work and get a sweat. He very successful gentleman, and he loved the game and wanted to do it, and that was awesome to work with him. He wanted to learn.
I haven't played tennis a long time, but I used to play a lot of tennis, and I just went out this weekend, and I'm happy to say that my serve was still there. But I would have liked to have I would love to have someone tell me what I'm doing wrong, because my 55-year-old fat self moves differently than I used to. So I just think that's freaking awesome.
So you said it today.
I already knew it.
I said it yesterday on the space, but
I know you hurt my feelings too. Could you tell?
Well, thanks for having me on, Jeff. Doug, good seeing you again. Appreciate it, and hope to do this again real soon.
Welcome, buddy. I'll message you again, and thanks for your time, and be safe out there in the heat of Tampa.
Sounds good. All right, see you guys.
Thank you, buddy. There he goes, Jason Michaels at MLB or at JMikeMLB on X. Good dude, good info, and boy, he had a better career than I ever had.
It's always nice having a guy who's been there, done that,
right?
Come in and able to talk situations. It's really cool.
I'm proudly a pro ball player. I think that's where John, the other guest that just left us, and I kind of hit it off because we had a conversation one night just about how many people are anti-ball players and like to bitch and moan. And I'm very anti that. I mean, I'll call – who was it? I already forgot who it was. Oh, Victor Robles. I'll call him an idiot for throwing a bat.
Yeah. He can be put in the idiot category now.
I'm not going to pretend. Oh, my gosh. Deep drive by Miguel Garcia. Get foul. Get foul. Dang it. Still the blast for the Kansas City Royals. 4-1 bag.
So Are you familiar with the? I was talking about Kelvin Escobar, who joined us on a space, former pitcher for the Blue Jays. Any idea how him, Michael Garcia, all related? And the other baseball family that they're related to?
Yeah.
Any guesses?
No, I know this. I actually had a little mini conversation with him at the night he became a U.S. citizen not too long ago. Seems like a nice guy. I don't remember, but I know I'm going to know it when you tell me. Go ahead.
Yeah. So him, the Escobars, and the Acuñas are all family, blood at some point. I'm waiting for his tweet right now about Michael Garcia just hitting that home run.
Yeah, I had a little mini interaction with him. He seems like a really nice guy. He's a fire, man. Think about that. So Luis Angel, Ronald, Michael Garcia, and Kelvin Escobar. I mean, those guys.
And other longtime Royal, Alcides Escobar.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah. I'm jealous of that skill level. The Boones, people like that. I just, nothing against my mom and dad, but they didn't have the same genetics. They sent my way.
Yep. I hear you.
145 of you here, 136 on X9 on YouTube between Texas Ranger Clubhouse and Dole Whip Dad. We had John Moore, we had Jason Michaels, and we still have Doug at MLB Spaces. And then we have you, and I appreciate you guys being here and having a good time. 4-1 bad guys. Cervello, everybody thought he was going to be the closer, and now he's giving up bombs and walking people. But it is what it is. Bottom of 5, 4-1 KC. And you know what? We haven't talked too much about the giveaway. You want to save it for another night? It's already.
Well, I probably won't be around tomorrow or Wednesday, as I'm going to. I'll probably head to Altoona tomorrow to see the number 1 prospect in baseball debut in AA, Connor Griffin. So I'll probably heading there tomorrow night.
You want me in between innings and in between inning now to post it so we can get some people to enter this?
Yeah, let's do it. We can talk about it now or wait or.
Why don't you do that? You tell them what you got, and then I'll drop that video in between innings.
All right, let's go. We'll put it up on the screen. I got to you Royals fans while we're getting some sick glare there.
Hold on.
We have Ezekiel Duran rookie card up here. We'll give it away. Your Rangers. Let's give it away. What do they got to do, Jeff?
Just type in the chat. One word, MLB space, hashtag MLB Spaces, just like this. Hold on. MLB. I probably shouldn't, though, because then it'll put me in the contest, but whatever. We'll just do it twice if it puts me in there. And drop that in there, and it'll pick it up. And when he needs to go, or in the 7th or 8th inning or whenever, we'll do the giveaway tool, and you'll all watch it live and see what happens and who wins that card. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Really cool, man. I appreciate you doing that.
Of course.
Zeke Duran. I was trying to hit all the buttons and I screwed it up. Tell me about the card again. Did you tell me it was his rookie card? Jeez, there we go.
It is his rookie card from a silver pack of 24 tops. The 35th anniversary from 1988. So they do these all pretty much every year where they put the they go back 35 years and throw them in the silver packs you get when you buy Top Series 1 or 2. Pretty cool. Enjoy it. So I was going through things the other day and found a bunch of these Rangers cards. So I thought we would throw them up on here for all you Ranger fans.
That's insanely generous of you. I appreciate it. And I can tell you got 4 Insta entries, so I'll check it in between innings and we'll try to promote that every inning or so. Yeah, TLC did what he needed to do. Baseball RB Life did what he needed to do. Bronco Mustang Lifestyle Living did what he needed to do.
Awesome.
Check it again, see if we got more already. Right now we have, I'll refresh. Right now we have, I hit the wrong button. Hold on. Oh man, I better not have just reset it. Hold on, guys. Let's make sure I didn't reset the dang thing. Oh, good. We're all good. We got 5 entries so far, and that's the amount of runs we've got. Score here 4, 6, not 3. Almost a double play there. 4-1 KC. Bottom of 5, Corbello in, relieving for a lighter. AC up 4-1. We need to get out of this inning and score some runs here. That's what we need to do. My Rangers, we're just scuffling right now. We haven't talked about you like a couple teams. I know you're in the Baltimore area, but you're a Boston fan.
Pittsburgh. I'm in Pittsburgh now.
That's right.
Just moved 3 months ago, so I'm still trying to unpack all my cards, unpack everything. But that's why, I came across all these and, just thought we'd give them away now. So just still unpacking boxes as I, kind of start new work. So go. Wherever I go, I move around a lot. Wherever I go, I just hope and pray that the Army sends me somewhere where I can go watch baseball.
That's awesome.
And it's been pretty good so far. Detroit, and then Boston, Baltimore, and now here in Pittsburgh. So had a couple fantastic places where I get to go watch baseball. So I was in Maryland for about the last 3 or 4 years and went to so many Orioles and Nationals games. So fun. And so we went to Altoona a couple weeks ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And so we're going to head there tomorrow. Pittsburgh Pirates AA team, Altoona Curve, about an hour from my house. And going to watch Connor Griffin debut in AA, the number 1 prospect in baseball.
That is awesome. Yeah, was he like 19
cool.
years? That's very cool.
Yeah.
5-4 put out right there. It's going to end the inning. The Rangers come in down by 3. The runs on the board, boys. Yeah, I went to Jack Leiter's first AA game here, not too far in Frisco. That was a lot of fun. And he didn't disappoint. He struck out or he walked a few people that night. But Connor Griffin, man, he's on the top of everybody's list.
Yeah.
Guy's the limit from everything I've read.
And the guy, DeVries, Leo DeVries, who the Athletic just got, he was called up to AA. So, and he's the number 3 prospect in baseball, I want to say. So, pretty cool. What we're going to see in the next couple of years.
We're going to take 52 full seconds to talk about the giveaway again. So don't go anywhere. Be right back. All right, we have a giveaway tonight, sponsored by MLB Spaces. Doug, so gracious to give this to you, one of you. How do you win it? Put in the chat, MLB Spaces. One word, MLB Spaces. When he says we'll run it, it'll be up to him. It's his giveaway on my show. If he doesn't care, we'll do it about the 7th inning, 8th inning, something like that tonight. But we'll hear from Doug what he wants to do. He'll be in the chat tonight. And check out this card. It's pretty sweet, right? How to win it? Type into the chat during the game, MLB Spaces, one word. And then if you're there, when he says to run it, if he doesn't have an opinion, we'll do it in the 7th or 8th inning. And you'll see it live and someone will win it. Pretty cool, right? MLB Spaces giveaway. Zeke Duran. What do you say? Pretty cool. Make sure you give him a follow. And good luck. I want to play one more thing because mostly I want you to see this, but I learned this from Doug. So check this out. So I just recently learned about Sportcoin, which is a crypto token on the Solana ecosystem. Let me tell you a little bit about it. Sportcoin Network is the first decentralized sports network in the world that's built on Solana. One-stop shop for fans who are looking for new sports content. They're creating a directory where you can quickly and easily access thousands of creators. You're tired of listening to the same couple talking heads? Easily find new content here. Listen, if you join their platform, it's completely free to use. Their mission is to help us grow. Us being independent sports content creators. Look, I love sports media, but less and less I love the ESPNs of the world and the Fox Sports of the world. Some of them are just horrible. I love independent sports creators, especially baseball creators, and Sportcoin was made for me and people like me. Independent sports creators, if that's you, check out Sportcoin. Message me, DM me, I'll tell you all about it. I'm excited. On Solana, it's pretty cool. And base hits by Wyatt Langford, pretty cool. He missed a base hit there while I was giving the Sportcoin a little love. Wyatt Langford definitely heating up. You turned me on to that don't even remember how. Was it I guess it was a space. Was it a space? Was it one of your MLB?
Yep. So Sportcoin was hosting a space. I retweeted or it was just in it or something, and then I believe you came in. So I just sent Sportcoin the a little heads up that we were promoting it here. So
Oh, good. Yeah, I should.
Maybe Jeff Bates on X and the live stream will get some more love.
Love it. I love it. Well, and I do. I'm not just, I like crypto. I'm not going to be one of those dudes who's in your DMs trying to sell you crypto. I promise I won't ever be that. But I like it. It's fun. I bought some tokens just to support it. But what they're doing is what I deeply believe. Another base hit for the Rangers. 2 men on now. Promoting independent creators, and you and I are both of those things. So I think that the future is people like us. I'm not saying we're so wonderful. That's not what I mean. But ESPN is losing market share because they're stupid. And I'm not saying everybody on YouTube or everybody on X or everybody on TikTok or whatever is quality, but there's a lot of quality out there. And people like this, people like me, people like Doug, and people like Sportcoin are promoting that. So anyway, when I heard about it, I was in the first 3 minutes. I'm like, yeah, how do I support it? I'll buy some. I bought, I don't know, I don't even remember now, $20 worth or whatever it was. I don't know. And proud to be a part of it. And I want, if it helps me, great. And if I can help them, great. And if that brings me more people, even better. So yeah, I love it. I appreciate you sharing it with me.
Hey, a home run here gets him back in the game.
I like that positivity. Rowdy, are you listening? Nobody out, first and second, 3 runs down. A little early to call the tying run at the plate, but well, I mean, it's the top of 6. Waka's still in there, almost at his 90th pitch. I see Kurum entering it. Nice. Baseball RB Life says Caden Scarborough. From what I saw that high A's last outing for Hickory, he had a 5. Did he have 5 no hit? Nice. Yeah, 'tis the season for you, right? I mean, a lot of the guys you've been watching all year. My buddy William, ground ball up the middle, something less than a home run, not a 3-run blast, but a double play. Anyway, my buddy William, kind of our Rangers low minor league correspondent, and he's locked in and goes to a lot of the games out there. A lot of guys have been a fan of or getting promoted right now.
Yeah, it is the season to where all these people can come up, because I think the time remaining in the rest of the season is less than what the rookie eligibility would cost them in terms of games played, I believe. I think there's either an at bat or games or time in the big leagues, and I think it's 45. I want to say it's 45 days or 140 something at bats. Don't quote me on that one. I'm pretty sure it's 45 days. So 45 days from now would put us at the end of the season. So I think that's why we were talking about in the space yesterday. We saw a couple Orioles come up.
Yeah.
Basayo and Beavers, and they've had pretty good games so far.
Have they? Nice.
So we'll probably see a lot more of those, AAA guys get some time in the big leagues.
Well, and it can be a spark. I mean, in 2023, Evan Carter, who's up to bat right now, was absolutely, I mean, the nickname is the Savior, both for his faith and for he saved the 2023 season. And, you never know. A lot of the Rangers fans are hoping that Cody Freeman can be that. I think that's a little bit of pie in the sky, but you never know. It's happened before. I mean, it happens. It happens. The young guys come up and can make a difference still. So we'll see.
Yeah. I just tweeted out to Kelvin. He responded. He laughed at me.
Base hit for Carter, and that cuts the lead. Well, we're 4-2 now. It doesn't cut it in half. But whatever. It's now 4-2. RBI. Carter's been hot lately. I don't want to ignore the chat here. TLC, member of the channel, thanks for being back, buddy. Hope you're having a great day. How many games can we lose before we're just not able to make it reasonably? The math is getting there, man. It really is. We're still in it, but there's not a lot of games to give away anymore, in my never so humble opinion. Only really a handful more. Yep. Hopefully we can make it a bit of a comeback tonight. We're doing so right now. How about a double play? That's not going to help. Yeah, you're right, but we did get the RBI there. William says, I'm heading to see Hub City in Asheville 2 weeks. Just got back from Charleston, my 8th ball. Oh, wow, that's awesome. That's awesome. When I lived out in Southern California, I would do the minor league parks now and then. did Lake Elsinore, a couple other ones, but not like where you're at. That's cool, William.
So we have actually 3 that are pretty close. So we have Altoona, that's close. They're about an hour and a half, and then we have the Tigers AA, the Erie Seawolves. They're about 2 hours north, and then we have the Akron Rubber Duckies that are about just that way into Cleveland. So
I love hats, and I love minor league ball. I need a rubber ducky hat. That's pretty awesome. I
can't wait for that one too.
What's that?
I said I can't wait for that one too.
I might know a rubber ducky song from Sesame Street. You might get me to sing it. I don't know.
They probably sing it there every game. I would assume.
That's so fun. TLC wants to know who's the pick to go to the World Series. I definitely think the Dodgers make it back. So my preseason pick was the Dodgers and the Rangers. I think I had a good chance at one. Maybe not so good on the one I was most rooting for. Who was your pick preseason? And who is it now, Doug?
I don't know if I made. I have to look. I don't think I made the. I mean, I had my regular standings, but I don't think I picked a World Series winner. I mean, it was probably the Dodgers. American League, I don't remember who I had in the American League, to be honest.
Let's ask now, though. What do you think?
Now, I don't think I don't think it's going to be the Dodgers anymore. I don't know.
Who do you like better in the NL?
I kind of like the Phillies, to be honest.
Their pen was the problem, and their pen is pretty good now.
Yeah.
They did lose Zach Wheeler, though, and maybe for a while. We'll see.
There are a couple better choices. You know what? It also may have been the Cubs. Now that I'm thinking about it, my
So I picked the Reds to win the Central. So I had the Cubs in third. I know everybody was
really. I had them first. I think they're not done. They've fallen.
You got to
figure out
grace,
but that's because the Brewers have risen into grace.
I don't know. Milwaukee's looks good. Toronto looks good, but they might be the teams of August. I think I'll still stay with the Dodgers. I will. And in the AL, everybody's saying Seattle. I got to be honest with you. I like what I see in Boston. I'm not saying that because you're a Red Sox fan.
Yeah, I don't. I think Boston has a big bullpen problem. They almost lost both games, first 2 games to the Marlins, and then they did blow it again.
Did I
the Marlins on the 3rd game?
Did Abreu get hurt? Did I see that? Am I crazy?
I think he didn't get like hurt. I think he just got like general soreness type thing. I don't even think he's going on the IL.
Right, good.
But I think it. Where did I see? I think now they get because Ceddanne Rafaela, who was having an amazing year, was playing second base, and kind of ever since they moved him to second base, his bat went in the crapper a little bit. So I think now that they get to move him back to the outfield a little bit, and we'll see maybe if they can find his bat again. But yeah,
he's got value offensively, but he could also play pretty much every position, right? I mean,
yeah, he's a very good defender. Very, very good defender.
That's Doug LB Spaces. 147 people on X, 10 on the YouTube channels between Dole Dad and Texas Ranger Clubhouse. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Texas Clubhouse. Also, please get over to X. Follow me at Jeff Bates on X, but also follow Doug at MLB Spaces. You got anything planned that you want to promote MLB Spaces? Why? Anybody coming on or any topics you're going to be talking about or anything like that?
I've been working tirelessly on getting a few, but I just keep on missing the mark. But I'll keep that under wraps because the last time I kind of gave a sneak peek, I got ghosted. So
it happens.
Putting something out there and then it not happen sucks.
Yeah,
we'll
like
see.
even with the shows that I do, like I want to promote it, so I'm telling like for you and for Jason and people when they tell me they're coming on, I want to say thank you and let people know, and hopefully you go get followers out of that. But then I also feel bad because like stuff happens. Like I mean, I broke my freaking laptop last week. I haven't told the story, but my This was dying. I had to drive around. I had a day in the car, so I brought my laptop and my charger. Right, and I'm doing my thing, and I charged it. Well, I had to get out. I closed the dang thing on this, and
screen got all funny colors, huh?
$800 new fix, or shoot, $3K for a new laptop, and I'm like, what the heck? That was stupid of me, but stuff happens. Is my point. Stuff happens.
Yeah. Yep.
And we talked about, is that Robert? Oh, yep, Robert Garcia, the hated one of Rangers fans in the ball game. We're down 4-2. What are we? Bottom of 6, I think.
This is the guy they traded for.
Nate Lowe and his $3 million or whatever it was.
I mean,
Garcia and his less than 800,000.
What has he just been not good recently? Because his stats look pretty good.
He's been very good on the year. The fans didn't like him at all, but he's been very good on it. See Kurum saying, "Bruh, not this guy." He's great. He's exceptional, except for the last month. He's been 3 weeks, 2 weeks, whatever.
I mean, he just went 1, 2, 3 strikeout on his bell, and they were nasty.
He's a good arm. Like I guess I didn't know I was a contrarian, but I'm certainly a contrarian on X this year. Most of the Rangers Twitter hates me because I'm not them. And this guy's a stud. He's not been good. See, and that's the thing. It's not MLB The Show. You can be a stud and still get lit up. This is Jason Michaels. It's Cody Seager. It's not Jeff Bates swinging the bat. These guys can hit. Stuff happens. But he's been undeniably horrible lately. But he's going to be fine. He's going to be a piece of the everything. He's going to be a piece the Rangers get value out of for years and years. Yeah, TLC. Did Lowe get signed by the Red Sox? Yeah, he signed a free agent deal with them. I'm going to play a little first base for Doug's Boston Red Sox. Who's been playing first for you guys up until now?
It was Toro and
well, that you're giving my answer there. I mean, since Costas went down, he didn't have anybody. Is what you're telling me?
Yeah. I just can't think of his name.
Yeah, TLC, you're right. I mean, and that's the thing. I don't want to pile on Robert Garcia. I like him, and I think he's going to be a good piece for us. But had he had a great last month instead of a horrible last month, boy, the standings would look different. It's just undeniable.
Yeah. Otherwise, around baseball, looking pretty good. Assuming the Rangers can win.
Oh, we're down by 2. I like your positivity.
You're bringing it back to you guys.
They can win the game there.
Houston lost. The Phillies romped on the Mariners, and Toronto lost also. So pretty good.
And if we can beat KC, that means KC's going to lose. So
and if you beat KC loses, and the Yankees are idle today, maybe. So any win is good movement.
Well, I like to. People think that I'm Mr. Positivity as it relates to the Rangers. I just believe in this team, but right now it's harder and harder, and I like that you're believing on them tonight more than I am because. I mean, obviously we're into the pen, but the bats haven't looked real good for us. And well, it's 4-2, bottom of 6, so it is what it is. We got to get through this inning, and then we got 9 more outs to play with. TLC says it does surprise me someone would sign him. I'm sorry, I can't talk. Would sign him out of all the players in the minors. Lowe is the best option. Surprising. Well, as he said, Toro, and we don't even remember playing first for the Bo Sox. It's not clearly they didn't have an option in house, or they would have gone there by now. I mean, and Nate can still hit. And he cleared
waivers. Yeah, Rami Gonzalez is the other guy. I just couldn't think of his name. But they were actually playing pretty good platooning. But I thought he was supposed to be active for today's game, but it looks like clearly Nate is not there tonight. So
yeah, probably do a little traveling. 159 of you here, 149 of you on X, 10-9 moving between the 2 YouTube channels, Texas Clubhouse Gold Debt. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel at Texas Clubhouse. Subscribe on X at Jeff Bates on X. That's Doug at MLB Spaces. Give him some love over on X.
Yeah.
Good. TLC said he could still hit. He wouldn't have gotten released. That's not totally true, TLC. Washington's out of it. Why,
Yeah, I think he would go play better for a team that's in it than
probably went based in the left field. Yeah, Nate's not having a good year. He's been having a very bad year, frankly, offensively, especially. But the statement, if he could hit, he still wouldn't have been released. Not always true this time of year.
But I mean, was he really having that bad?
Yeah.
I mean, home run wise, I think he was still there, right?
I think he hit more home runs this year than he had for us in the last couple of years. But
all right. So he hit 27 in 2022. He hit 27 home runs and he has 16 this year, which he had 16 last year, 17 the year before. So, but I think the average, he's 50 points lower on the average right now. So,
exactly.
I think that's the issue that everyone's talking about.
Yep. Garcia gets squeezed right there, and I think you guys might be an inning or pitch or two in front of me. 4-2, bad guys. 1 out, 2 on. Garcia versus Catwatch. We went deep earlier today. Garcia almost dusts him with that one.
Yeah, 3-1 count. He needs to make a pitch here so that Vinny doesn't crank another one out.
So you're a good pitch and a half ahead of me then.
Oh, sorry.
No, don't be. It's okay.
I'll stone face.
You don't have to. It's cool. I just watched the 3-0 pitch show for strike one just to give you a timing, but I think you're a good pitch and a half ahead of me.
Oh, you're gonna like what happens.
Good. I need it. I hope that sounds like a double play. Let's get out of this inning and get some runs. Four, 6, 3. I do. You're right. I'll take it. Take it. Baseball. RB Life calls it. LC says we're witnessing the Garcia issue. Garcia's a good pitcher, man. He just had some bad results lately. We got 9 outs to score 3 or more. Of course, we got to hold them too for their 9 outs, but we'll talk about that later. We're going to the last third of the game, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. 4-2 bad guys. That's Doug at MLB Spaces. I'm Jeff. Doug, I didn't ask you before. I hinted, are you good for the game? You want to stick around? I'm going to drop an advertisement for the giveaway here, but you still good to stick around for a while?
We do another inning.
You got it. You got to enter the contest, and if you don't know what we're talking about, here it is.
All right, we have a giveaway tonight, sponsored by MLB Spaces. Doug, so gracious to give this to you, one of you. How do you win it? Put in the chat, MLB Spaces. One word, MLB Spaces. When he says we'll run it, it'll be up to him. It's his giveaway on my show. If he doesn't care, we'll do it about the 7th inning, 8th inning, something like that tonight. But we'll hear from Doug what he wants to do. He'll be in the chat tonight. And check out this card. It's pretty sweet, right? How to win it? Type into the chat during the game, MLB Spaces, one word. And then if you're there, when he says to run it, if he doesn't have an opinion, we'll do it in the 7th or 8th inning. And you'll see it live and someone will win it. Pretty cool, right? MLB Spaces giveaway. Zeke Duran. What do you say? Pretty cool. Make sure you give him a follow. And good luck.
And we got 6 people in the contest now, so you got a 1 in 7 chance if you get in there right now. Also, have you liked the stream yet?
Hey, have you liked the stream yet? Like the stream. Like it.
Also,
stop what you're doing. Subscribe to my channel.
and yeah, it was much needed double play, says my buddy Bronco Mustang. A lifestyle living is the giveaway on all platforms or just YouTube. Well, you gotta type it in to the chat in YouTube with my stream card account. So yeah. So if you typed it into the chat on YouTube, you're in the contest. And again, we've got
maybe next time we'll expand it somehow.
Yeah, there's plenty of ways to do this, but
yeah,
the tool I'm using is definitely
we're kind of experimenting with it tonight, so we'll figure out a way to improve it.
And whenever he says, or at the end of the game or whatever, we'll play it live here on the show. So you can all watch who wins. Jock goes deep, but it's an F9, 1 out. And we're down by 2 with 8 outs to play today. So what else is going on in MLB Spaces land? What are you looking forward to with the rest of the year? What do we got? Like 6 weeks left. We talked about who we think is going to win. Any thoughts on MVP or Rookie of the Year or any of that stuff?
I hope Cal beats Judge for the MVP. I think he deserves it more.
You see, some kid had him sign the toilet seat.
No,
at the the Little League stuff. He was signing autographs, and one of the kids had because his nickname is the Big Dumper.
Yeah.
He had
I saw his chest protector of the
yes,
card. Yeah,
that
was real cool.
The rookie Freeman 0 for 2 on the day, up to bat here. 4-2 KC, 1 out, top of 7. What about Cy Young? Who do you think's the AL Cy Young?
It's tough. One guy who's not going to get the love because he missed half the season, but the guy for the Orioles, Rogers, if you look at his numbers, they are nasty. He has been lights out since he's.
Him and Evaldi had the same kind of thing. They're having unbelievable years, but they're a little just barely on the innings minimum or whatever.
Yep. And then Crochet is in there for the Red Sox. He had one bad outing, his not yesterday, but the one before that. So probably puts Skubal as the front runner right now.
Yeah.
I think. I think right now, until he has a bad outing and Crochet is another good one.
Yeah, well, as a Ranger fan, I'm hoping that a couple guys come back to the back and Evaldi keeps going because what an underappreciated year I see him having. TLC says we need Judge to beat the Bonds home run record. Robo-umps now want every pitch automated. Amen to that, TLC. I knew I liked you.
But we also need Cal to beat the catcher home run record, right?
He's a Mariner, so no. Yeah, he seems like a nice guy. I want to be a fan of his. He just every time he plays my boys, he matches. So
yeah.
I'll homer it up there. And Judge, what a talent! But now I'm over him too.
I'm very much over Judge.
But boy, is he good! Boy, is he good! You talked about cards a little bit. I want to know for I've got a stack of 77. As soon as this show's over, as soon as we're done, I'm going to go get something to eat, talk to my wife, make sure he remembers we're married, and then I'm going to go through my 77s and see how much.
Awesome.
I want to fill my set. I want to finish my set before it's a 50-year-old set. L7, time ends the inning, and we go to the bottom of the 7th, down by 2. I want to talk about cards, but I can't get the Rangers to stop pissing me off. I just don't see enough offense. I get ripped all the time for being a homer. It is what it is. They're not out of it. I think that they still have an offense that should produce. But when, and that's what I was trying to ask Jason, when are you what you are? When is it over? I mean, I'm not going to jump in there and say the season's over for the Rangers.
Yeah.
Here's what I will say. Offense needs to change. I mean, it's, what are we, 4.5 months into a 6-month season? And the offense has been D+ at best. Just not doing it. Never getting hot. Never having more than 1 or 2 guys at a time hitting the ball. I don't know what. Jake Berger's now out again. So is Rowdy the guy at first? He's going to have to be. William in the chat wants to bring up Ortiz. Clearly they would have if they thought there was a play there. Marcus has been average with streaks of hot. Seager's been Seager for streaks. Josh Young's not started the last 2 nights. Carter, Langford, both starting to get hot, but hasn't been huge. And now Doley may have played his last game for us. I hate to say that, but John Moore was on our show earlier and mentioned that very thing. Heim been below average offensively. I think he's had a real nice, especially since July 4th run here. But you're not a Rangers fan. You're a baseball fan who knows stuff. Do you see any reason to think that my Rangers can get hot enough to catch Houston and or Seattle or even sneak in as a wild card? Or is it at the point of almost impossibility?
Milwaukee's done it. Any team could still do it.
Well, yeah. I believe that the guys that I mentioned are still good enough, and I didn't even mention Josh Mithley. He didn't really have a position, but it's like we're in Kansas City. It's Waka and a bad bullpen, and we've got 2 runs going in the 8th inning. I mean, and that's just every night.
But like this is the game that you need to win. Like we talked. I think the last time on it was the Yankees series, right? And I think didn't you guys win that series?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
That was a must-win series, right? So is this one.
Like they're becoming almost. I mean, and that's the thing. That's the kind of fan I don't want to be. It's not the end if they don't win tonight, but my goodness, the math starts to get pretty freaking hairy.
Yeah, you go ahead, lose tonight, right? Okay, but you need to win the series.
100%.
Right? Because eventually, if we look at the standings, you can't get passed by another team. And I mean, the Rays and Angels are a game and a game and a half behind you, and you get passed by them, and then they can make a run, right? If they make a run and you make a run at the same time, then they win.
I mean, all of a sudden we're 5.5 games out of the last wild card spot. Now, to be fair, the Red Sox, the Yankees, and the Mariners are all a half game bunched up. So it's really tight right there, but you got to jump over these Royals, which can happen in the series, but not if we lose the series. And then you got the Cleveland, don't call me the Indians, half a game above them right now. So we do play the right teams, we being the Rangers, but let's say we're down in the bottom of the 7th, 4-2. So it's a silly thing to say, but let's say we get a sweep here. We're still not in playoff position. We're still at best 2.5 out, and more realistically 4.5 or 5.5, and still with KC in right behind us in Cleveland. I mean, they're there. They're showing it on.
Yeah, but what if that hot stretch is because some teams go on hot stretches like no other, right? We saw it with the Mets. They went on an incredible run, and now they're shit in the bed, right?
Yeah.
Detroit went on a good run, as I see Baseball RV Life talking about, but they went on a run, and then they kind of eased up a little bit and let Cleveland get close. But then they, kind of put it back on. So it's all who gets hot at the right time. If each team's only allowed one hot streak, right? And Texas hasn't had theirs yet.
Yeah, that's very true. Well, and I love what William said, and you just reiterated. I mean, we are where the Tigers were last year, but we were also where, 6 other teams were that didn't get there. So, I guess where I'm at is while I believe it's possible, I don't think it's plausible. I mean, our bullpen overall is good. Boy, we've blown a lot of saves. And, had we added a Kenley Jansen in the offseason, and I'm just using him because he was a name that I talked about, the Angels went and got him.
Yeah.
It might be in a playoff spot right now, but with the offense. But we didn't, and we don't have somebody now. So is it Phil Maton? Is it Luke Jackson? Is it Robert Garcia? No, it's not any of those guys in the back of the pen for us. Phil Maton right here in the 7th. Jackson's not even on the team anymore. Garcia's already pitched today. So there's no Trevor Hoffman back there. There's no Mario Rivera back there. And there's no reason to think the offense isn't what it's been. Like at some point you are who you are. My football brain thinks that this offense is underperforming 10x, but doesn't mean they're going to get it just because I like them and I think so. Just because I believe in Jock Peterson, just because I believe in Jake Berger doesn't mean Jake Berger's going to go on the IL and Jock Peterson's going to continue to hit 140 the rest of the year. I mean, it is what it is. William says, dream scenario, Houston and the Yankees both get eliminated from the postseason. I mean, my dream scenario is we score 3 right here. How about that? TLC says, issue is we've never really – Exactly.
Well,
yes, Martin.
Go ahead.
All right,
I was going to say, a win today, and just looking up now, your friend Nate's getting an at-bat right now in the 9th inning there in Boston. Yeah, he's pinch hitting in the ninth. The Red Sox are down 6-1. So he's getting an at-bat there.
So give me 52 more seconds. We got 6 people entered in this. You know what I'm talking about? Here it is.
All right, we have a giveaway tonight, sponsored by MLB Spaces. Doug, so gracious to give this to you, one of you. How do you win it? Put in the chat. MLB Spaces. One word, MLB Spaces. When he says we'll run it, it'll be up to him. It's his giveaway on my show. If he doesn't care, we'll do it about the 7th inning, 8th inning, something like that tonight. But we'll hear from Doug what he wants to do. He'll be in the chat tonight. And check out this card. It's pretty sweet, right? How to win it? Type into the chat during the game, MLB Spaces, one word. And then if you're there, when he says to run it, if he doesn't have an opinion, we'll do it in the 7th or 8th inning. And you'll see it live and someone will win it. Pretty cool, right? MLB Spaces giveaway. Zeke Duran. What do you say? Pretty cool. Make sure you give him a follow. And good luck.
And just moments ago, we had 13 total, 11 on Texas Rangers Clubhouse, 2 on Dope Dads, now 8-1. It's moving right now. But if you're over on YouTube, you've got a couple more minutes at most to type in MLB Spaces into the chat. Doug's giving away that card to one of you. 6 people entered as of about an inning ago. Doug, whenever you want me to run that, you let me know.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and run that at the end of the Rangers at-bats here.
You got it. So 3 more outs for our Rangers, and the contest is over. So type in hashtag MLB Spaces into the chat here on YouTube. If you're over on X, come over to YouTube, subscribe to my channel, Texas Clubhouse, and then type in the chat hashtag MLB Spaces, and you will be entered in the contest. And when this inning is over, we'll run that. Let's get a winner, and let's get 3 runs. We need that.
The Royals have a pretty good back end of the bullpen too.
Dude, that's
Urseg.
Who's in now, and their closer is
Estevez, yeah.
Urseg's in. I'm sure Estevez is getting ready.
I'm probably going to see him in the ninth.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep. Gio says if the Rangers win every series with no losing series the rest of the way, the record would be 87-75. But if they lose a series or more, they need to sweep.
I was thinking about it tomorrow and earlier today, and I'll put up a post tomorrow morning. I was looking back at the magic number last year for the American League, and it was 86 wins.
Was it
86? Okay. The third wild card spot had 86 wins. And I think that was the Royals. And I was thinking about, well, what's going to be needed this year? And I was like, it's probably going to be a little less. 85, 84, maybe. What is it right now? Where am I at?
Smitty barks at the umpire there. That was a strike, though. He took 2 pitches for a strike, both on the edge, but both were strikes. And you got to swing the bat, dude. I mean, I love Smitty, but what are we doing there?
Yeah, so right now, 68 wins is good for a spot, right? And, it's going to look like, let's just say those teams every team wins 20 more games. The top 6, they win 20 more games. That's 88 if they win 20 more games. So we'll take you guys. You have 62 to get to 86. You need to win 24 of 38-ish, right?
24 and 14.
Yeah, that's winning every series from here on out.
Definitely is.
Yeah.
Jason Michaels was here earlier, 10-plus year veteran of Major League Baseball, and he said nice things about the home plate umpire who just yelled back at Smitty. Smitty didn't like the call, and it was a strike. And the umpire and him had a nice little yelling match. TLC says Dolly, Jonah will be gone. Higgy maybe will stay as a backup. Need a hard look at Young as well. Higgy will be back. They signed him for 2 years. Dolly, I can't imagine being back. Don't tell my daughter it's her favorite. Jonah, we'll see. I mean, depends on the market, frankly. I do think there's going to be a lot of changes. Everybody's asking me that on X too. What do we think about next year? I think I'll talk about that in October. I think that it's too early to talk about that. But I do think because of money and the payroll situation, there are going to be a lot of additions probably between now and next year. Wyatt slams one in the right field, 1 out hit. Tying run comes to bat here against Ursig. Top of the 8th. My buddy Brian Bronco Mustang Lifestyle says Young's salary only about $780K this year. I cannot see them cutting him. They're not going to cut him. Heim is maybe since he's making 4.5. His production will need to pick up. I agree about Doley. Yeah, I love both of those guys. I mean, I think it's too early to have this talk, but I'd be shocked to see Jonah and Doley back. I would be shocked to see Josh Young not back.
Didn't the Dodgers non-tender Cody Bellinger a couple of years ago after he won Rookie of the Year?
They sure did, and then he won an MVP. Yeah,
I don't understand how you have a guy in Garcia who has 7 years, right? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Really 5. 1, 2, 3. Really 5 seasons, right? He's played in 7, but he has 5 legit seasons. He has 138 home runs to non-tender a guy like that. That doesn't make sense.
Well, and he's elite defensively. He's probably lost the Gold Glove if he's out for the rest of the year, but he probably would have got it if he had stayed. I think that the fans are just acting stupid as it relates to Doley, but I don't think that changes my opinion that there's a strong chance he doesn't come back. I mean, I think, do you want to let him go through the arbitration system? Seager hits one deep to left. That's going to fall. That'll score a run if he's on his horse. Come on, kid. No, they're going to hold him at third, and rightfully so. That would have been a play to plate. One out, second and third, tying run now at second, 4-2. Corey Seager with a double over the left fielder's head. It's weird for me to be talking about next year. I've already said that a few times. I just think it's too early. But the Doley thing is going to be a money thing, and I think it's not about should they have the money. It's should they allocate that money to Doley. I love Doley. I do. But if they give him the last year in arbitration, it's going to be a lot of money, and then he becomes a free agent. So it might make sense to not non-tender him, but just, not send him to arbitration and then see what else is out there. Is Berger the answer at first? I think he is, but he hasn't been since. Simeon's not going anywhere. I mean, John Moore was on earlier, and they talked about would they trade him. I still think there's any chance of that. I think he's still pretty good. B, I don't think the contract's going to allow for a trade. Seager's not going anywhere. Young's not going anywhere. You got Carter, you got Langford. So if you have all this money and you've got a really good starting staff, and they do, where do you add? Well, the answer simply is right field and closer. They're not going to trade Doley. There's 0% chance they'll trade Doley. The trade deadline is come and gone, and in the offseason, you either send him to arbitration or you don't. You're not going to send him to arbitration and then sign him and trade him.
Yeah.
And Doley hasn't been for 2 years, just like Heim hasn't been. Defense matters. Heim has been consistent hitter, 24. This is why I can see them moving on from him. It's about the money. Jonah Heim's contract, in my never so humble opinion, Doley's contract and what they'll get as it grows doesn't match the production compared to what else you can get on the market. Ground ball to third. That'll score a run. 4-3, bad guys up by 1, 2 outs. Tie run still on third. Where he gets the RBI.
Base hit ties it up.
Yeah, hot hitting Evan Carter can tie it up right here. We need to do it now because as good as Ursig is, and we got to him, Estevez is better. And I have no idea who we're throwing in the 8th and the 9th, but to assume we're going to get a goose egg twice is, probably not the way to go. So go ahead, Evan, and hit one to St. Louis here. That'd be fine with me. But I mean, my point I'm trying to say is, where are we going to add talent? We do have money in the offseason to add talent. Where are we going to do it? Well, right field makes a lot of sense. Maybe first base. Certainly in the bullpen. Starters coming back look pretty good, right? I mean, you're going to have Jacob deGrom back. You're going to have Nate Eovaldi back. You're going to have Kumar. Will probably be a better version of Kumar. You're going to have Leiter. That's 4 of your 5 right there. I don't know who Patrick Corbin will be next year, but there'll be a Patrick Corbin out there that we go sign. There'll be some other guys, and there's some guys in the minors. So I think you're not going to see them spend a lot for a starting pitcher, second baseman, shortstop, third baseman, left fielder, center fielder. So if we run out of positions, they're not going to add a DH. So where are they going to add? If they bring back Doley, they have all this money just for a closer. That makes no sense. So for me, it's about Heim and Doley not getting signed because of the opportunity to get somebody new in here with all.
Yeah, and then who are you going to go get instead of Doley?
That's why I don't know. I mean, that's why I think it's too early to have this conversation. I don't know who else will be available. I mean, we could look at the likely free agents and such, but yeah, good point there. Bradford will be back. I mean, there's 5 starters right there. And then we're not even talking about, I mean, there's some good points there. Osuna, who I don't believe in as much as everybody else, but whatever. Freeman, I mean, do they make the team next year? Are they starters? Let's be real. Everybody seems to believe, including me, that the Rangers are going to have money to spend this offseason. Well, if we bring back Heim and Doley, there's no place to spend the money except for a closer. You're not going to spend all the money on a closer. Now, you can rebuild the bullpen again, and they just might do that. They probably will. But really, you're not going to get rid of Robert Garcia as much as the fans want to. You're not going to get rid of Armstrong, who's had a good year. I mean, Webb will be back, likely. I think that they have Martin on another year. I think Milner might be another year also. I'm not looking at it right now. But my point is there's only so many spots to spend the money that you're going to have. And they are going to have some money to spend. So, to me, that's why we may have seen Doley's last game. I hate to say it. And, I think that the odds of Heim coming back are probably less than 5%. I love him. I value him way more than most of the fans because of his defense. But I just don't see it.
And just his clutch. His clutch is so good. He just feels like clutch player,
TLC,
moments. He always comes up with a home run or something.
He's been great. And again, TLC, I think we're looking at the batting average and, not the whole ball player. Jason Michaels was on here. We were talking about the value to a catcher has very little to do with the offensive production.
Yeah.
I don't know about most, right? I mean, we got a couple that are coming back, William. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Hey, shoot. You want to do the contest?
Sure. See how it goes.
So you got last chance. Type in hashtag MLB Spaces now. Let me pull.
Kids are still awake downstairs. My wife's taking care of them, so it's not like I can go downstairs anyway. So if I'm welcome to stay, I will stay.
Of course you're welcome. Why can't I hit the right button? Can you see it? So you want me to run this now?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, here we go. We only got 6, so I'll give you 10 more seconds. Hashtag MLB Spaces in the chat. Do it now. We got 6 people entered. One of 6 is going to a pretty freaking cool card. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Let's see who wins. Good luck. Obviously, if I win, I don't get it. So I'm in there twice too because of the. There we go. Kurum is the winner. Kurum wins the Zeke. I love it. How do you want to do this? You want me to have him direct you? You want me
to? He's with me on Twitter, so he can just hit me with his details, and I'll ship it out to him.
There you go, buddy. Kurum. Thanks for playing.
Congrats.
Thanks for doing this. Really freaking cool. I hope you're a card collector, Kurum. This is a cool one. And there's another guy we haven't talked about. Does Zeke come back? I mean, they're not going to save a ton there. Probably not. I love Zeke, but the bat hasn't been there. But anyway, congrats to Kurum. Thank you to Doug. That is freaking cool, and I like that little tool. That's kind of fun.
That is a pretty cool tool.
yeah, kind of fun. I pull back the game so you guys can watch it right there. 171 of you. 10 on the YouTube channel. Subscribe at Texas Clubhouse. 160 on X. Kurum just won a freaking really cool Zeke Duran special rookie card. And just reach out to Doug at MLB Spaces. 4-3 bad guys. Bottom 8 in Kansas City. Royals up by 1. And a chance to do some more damage. I say we get the C from the A's from Keller. Oh, catcher? You want Langoliers?
I don't think the A's are trading anyone.
I don't know why they trade Langoliers. I'll pull it up. You guys want to see the free? I mean, everybody seems to want to talk about this. I'll pull it up. 2026 MLB. I guess we can have this talk if everybody wants to. Here we go. Here's an article from not too long ago. Caleb Bosley in. I didn't mention. I don't think 2 outs now. The Royals half of the inning. All right, we want to talk about catchers. JT Realmuto, Sal Perez as a club option. They'll almost assuredly.
Yeah, they're gonna pick that up.
Mitch Garver's got an option, but they'll probably let him go. Gary Sanchez, Danny Jansen, Tom Murphy, Austin Barnes, Jacob Stallings, Christian Bethancourt. We can keep going, but the answer is JT Realmuto. If Phillies don't, I mean, it's a pretty slim, spot.
Yeah. I mean, what are you going to replace him with? Another guy who's going to hit 220?
You probably have Heim for $5 million or somebody. JT or Realmuto, who's really good defensively and still got a bat, but not the player he used to be. He's going to get paid way more than his value prop. First base, you going to stay with Jake Berger? I think so, but if not, is Alonso going to be out there? Josh Naylor will be. Goldschmidt will be. Guys like Josh Bell, local guy, Reese Hoskins, Santana. I think that Berger stays there. Strike 3 there, and we're going to the top of the ninth, down by 1. Second base, should I even bother? I can tell you. I mean, it's our rise. Club option on Albies, Brandon Lowe, Gleyber Torres. I don't know why we move on from Simeon. Third base doesn't make a lot of sense either, but Bregman could be out there. Gino Suarez could be out there. Max Muncy's club option. I'm sure he'll stay. Shortstop doesn't matter. I'm not going to bother. Outfielders, Tucker. Okay, Schwarber, sure everybody would love him. Bellinger's got an opt-out. Luis Robert, nobody even wanted him, so who cares? I mean, it gets pretty bad after that, if you ask me. Tyler O'Neill, Cedric Mullins, Conforto, Yastrzemski. I mean, it drops off pretty hard. There's some guys who are good, but I would say that Tucker and Schwarber and Belly are the only guys that are better than Dolly. That are going to not talking about right fielders, talking about outfield. DHs won't matter because we got Jock Peterson. He does have an opt-out. I don't know why he would opt out. And Marcelo Azuna's got a bad hip, so we won't talk about that. We can talk about starting pitching we want, but we're not going to bother because who cares? Closers, Edwin Diaz has an opt-out. Can't imagine he'd leave. A lot of money, and he likes it in New York. Devin Williams will be available almost for sure. Helsley will be available. Kirby Yates. Andres Munoz has a club option, but he could be out there. Iglesias, Chapman, Suarez. So there's a lot of closers is my point. And I'm not going to say I'm sure. That would be a lie. But I'd be shocked if the Rangers don't go buy a closer because they're going to have the money to do it, and there's a whole bunch out there. But then where else is that money going to go? Well, it might go to Dolly. But I just told you the outfielders. Like, who would you rather have? Would you rather have – let's just do it again. I'll ask you, Doug. You can have Dolly for about $6 million, or you can go get Kyle Tucker for way more, Schwarber for way more, maybe Bellinger. He might opt out. And then I would say everyone else is not as good. Luis Robert Jr., Tyler O'Neill, Cedric Mullins, Roberto, Yastrzemski, Haniger, McCutcheon, Starling Marte. I mean, those guys aren't better than Dolly.
And yeah, it just doesn't make any sense. If money's the big issue anyway, like if they're trying to stay under the luxury tax now, right? They're not going to.
But in the offseason, it won't matter.
Oh, because it resets.
Because they will have been under. Yeah. So they're going to have quite a bit of money to spend.
Okay. Okay. Well,
I'm sorry.
Then maybe they make a run at Kyle Tucker, who played in Houston.
You want Kyle Tucker?
What's that?
Do you want Kyle Tucker? Well, the Cubs don't seem to anymore. I hate Kyle Tucker.
I mean, I would take him any day of the week.
I think for me, I would consider Schwarber, but do you really want Seager and Schwarber and Peterson? That's a lot of lefty. I don't know. I think that what I just said makes a lot of sense that Dolly might come back, but I respect what John says. He's got to feel the pull. Oh, get up. I got overly excited, didn't I? F7.
What's going on here? Why am I not live? Oh, there we go.
I think you're ahead of me here, but our top of 9 will be the end of the game unless we can score a run. 1 out. Peterson up to bat. Solo blast would not make me sad. That's Doug at MLB Spaces. Give him some love over on X. The game is, I can't believe, almost over.
Okay, so he's ARB3 next year.
Dolly? Yeah. 171 people still here. 9 on the YouTube channels. Gold Dad, Texas Rangers Clubhouse. Appreciate you. 162 on X. Especially you people on X, but everybody. But especially you people on X. Get over to @MLB Spaces on X. Give Doug some love. He gave away a card tonight. Kerm, you're the winner. Congrats, buddy. And give him some love. Follow him.
Yeah. Natalie said they got
Natalie?
cost the Rangers. Yeah. It'd be
Or you
4-4 right now.
Jock pops it up. That'll be the second out. William says if you could get Naylor, I would be good there, but most of our pickups will be from the trade market. I like Naylor, but I don't think they're giving up on Berger. Yeah, TLC, I did too. I know, right, Natalie? Yeah. Yeah, that one hurts. Yeah. You know, and now it makes a good point that I hadn't really considered as it relates to a one-run game here. I mean, they're showing it on the broadcast right now. Be a tie game right now, wouldn't it? That sucks. And again, I know your head, so it could be over for all I know. Cody Freeman, the rookie's up to bat. Swingfeld back over 3 on the day. Estevez is going to get another save here unless Cody can get on base right here. 4-3 bad guys. Rangers about to drop the first game in the series in KC, it looks like, unless they can have some two.
The good thing is everyone ahead of them lost, except for the Royals and whatever happens with the Guardians. But the AL wild card right now is at a 3-way tie. It's deadlocked. So,
I mean, if you take out my Ranger fandom, it's going to be a lot of fun the rest of the way. And I still believe, but math is math at some point. We are who we are. I mean, we got 3 runs tonight. Could have had 4. I understand that, but hard to cry when you're only putting up 4 on a good night. Yeah, exactly. Again, I know I'm a little leery right now because I know a lot of you are like 20 seconds ahead of me, but I'm looking at a 1-2 count here. Calls it away. Ah, come on. Yep, TLC. You're right. And that'll do it. L6, ball game over. Bobby Witt throwing a jump shot up. That's the ball game. We're done. We lose 4-3. Tough game. Tough play at the plate call. I'll say call missed. But you got to do what you got to do. I mean, it ends. You got to score 5. You got to score 5. But we scored 3. Even if we want to think we scored 4, that doesn't even win the game. What are your thoughts, Doug, on the game, on the season?
I still think New York cost them a chance to at least tie it. See an X rating. I just think it's a shame that they keep on getting these plays wrong.
It sucks. Again, I like to be Mr. Positivity as much as I can, as it relates to the players, as it relates to the umpires. I think they're I'm not going to say they're ruining the game, and I don't want to make more out of it. It was just one call, but they've been bad all year. And mostly my concern and complaints and criticism has been about the balls and strikes. But and talking about it, why did we put in there? It has to be
clear and convincing to overturn.
Yeah. That was clear and convincing to me. It's not 100%, but I think it was highly likely he was safe.
And it's a shame because if the umpire gets it right, if he got it correct, right, if he said safe and the Royals challenged it, it probably stays safe.
Yeah. And it affected us having the ability to challenge more things later. It is what it is. I don't want to whine about calls, but it sucks.
Yeah.
You got time to stay around while I do the scores? Or you want to bounce?
I'm going to take off, but I had a fantastic time. It was awesome talking to
You're always
Jason
a great
and
guy.
John and yourself.
And Kurum, I don't know if you're still here, buddy. But make sure you reach out to Doug at MLB Spaces. And if you don't, I'll get a hold of him. He messaged me 100 times a day, so hopefully he'll get a hold of you. But there he goes, Doug. I appreciate you, buddy. You're always a great guest. You're always welcome. I'm on the next 2 nights. I don't know about Thursday, but you're welcome if you want to pop back in. Send me a note. If you want, I'll send you the invite.
Sounds good, man. Appreciate it. Catch you next time.
Have a great night. There he goes, Doug at MLB Spaces. Good dude. Let's talk about the scores, shall we? Around Major League Baseball today. Game still going on. Bottom of the 8th in Atlanta. White Sox doing damage to the Braves. 13-5 blowout. What happened to the Braves this year? Guess I could say that about my Rangers too. Bottom of 6 in Colorado. 3-2 Dodgers over the Rocks. Yamamoto pitching for the Blue Crew. Top of 3 in Anaheim. Reds up 2-1. They've been hot lately. Top of 3 in Arizona. 1-0 Cleveland. Zach Gallen versus Jose Ramirez right now at the plate. Bottom of 2 in San Diego. Giants 4-0 lead early. Robbie Ray on for the Giants. Finals now. 10-0 shutout. The Tigers do it to the Astros. Flaherty with his 7th win. Eric Getty's 4th loss. 5-2 win for the Pirates over the Blue Jays in Pittsburgh. Sis gets his first win. Rodriguez his first loss. Danny Santana his 8th save. Final in Miami. Cards 8-3. Big win over the Marlins. Swanson 2nd win. Bakar his first loss. He's now 5-1. Final in Philly. The Mariners lose 7-12. 12-7. Phillies over the Mariners. Could be a World Series preview. A lot of people are picking those 2 teams right now. Suarez gets his 9th win. Logan Gilbert with his 5th loss of the year. Baltimore over Boston. Trevor Rogers 6th win. Dustin May over from the Dodgers to the Red Sox. I think that might have been his 2nd start for them. Might have been 3rd, whatever. Picks up his 9th, 9th loss of the year. You just watched it with me. The Royals took down my Rangers 4-3. Michael Wacha, 8th win of the year. Jack Leiter's 7th loss. Estevez, 32nd save. Boy, he would be nice. Wouldn't it be a different scene had the Rangers signed Carlos Estevez as our closer? Final in Chicago. Brewers can't lose. They haven't lost since, I don't know, March or something. 7-0 Brewers over the Cubbies. That gives them a 9-game lead. It does. A 9-game lead now over the Cubs. 15th win for Freddie Peralta. Horton sees a who's. Kate Horton 7-4 now with the loss. And one of the games was postponed, and that was again the Brewers and the Cubbies. My name is Jeff Bates at Jeff Bates on X. You can follow me on X. You can subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got 5 people over on my YouTube channels. Dope Dad's one of my channels, but Texas Clubhouse is the main one. 162 you still here on X. Did you like the stream yet?
Hey, have you liked the stream yet? Like the stream. Like it.
What about subscribing to my channel? Have you done that yet?
Stop what you're doing. Subscribe to my channel.
And one last thing. How do you get a hold of me? If you want to get a hold of me, well, here you go.
Hey there. Thanks for being here for the show. Look, if you ever want to get a hold of me, if you need my email, if you're looking for my X profile, you want to see some of the things that I recommend, affiliate link kind of things that I have affiliate link for that I recommend for creators or other people, this is the best place to go. Check out the link tree right here. So I change this, fairly often. It's not going to be exactly the same every time you look at it, but it's probably the best place to find me if you're looking for me. Again, it's got my email right on top. It's got my X account. It's got a bunch of places you can find me. So if you're interested, there's my link tree. Come say hi.
And that's going to do it for tonight. The Rangers fell 4-3 to the evil Kansas City Royals. Again, my name is Jeff Bates. Should be live tomorrow night, God willing. Should be live Wednesday night, God willing. Don't really know what's going on Thursday. We'll talk about my schedule next week, but I will be away, so there won't be a lot on the channel. And next week, honestly, taking a little vacation with the family. Appreciate every single one of you, especially my guests, John Moore, DLLS Podcast, Jason Michaels, The Big League Approach, 10-year vet of the Major League Baseball, Doug, MLB Spaces, Doug, for the giveaway, and you, every single one of you, my members of the channel, TLC, who's been here for a lot of the game, everybody. If you subscribe tonight, if you subscribed a long time ago, if you're following on X, if you're following on YouTube, wherever you're at, appreciate you. I'm having a good time here with my Rangers, having a good time with this channel, and that's because of you guys. Even when we lose like we did tonight, what do? Got to start winning. If they don't start turning around right now, the season is going to be, well, it's going to be the off season pretty dang quick. Please subscribe to my channel. Please be here tomorrow night, and please have a great night. Be nice to each other. I'll see you next time. Go Rangers. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you had a good time, whether we won or we lost. I guarantee I had a good time because you were here. I appreciate you being part of our Clubhouse crew, whether you're on my YouTube channel at Texas Clubhouse or over on my Twitch, also at Texas Clubhouse, whether you watch on X at Jeff Bates on X, wherever, you're the best because you're here. You stayed all the way to the end. It means a lot. I'm going to drop my link tree right here so you can check me out other places. Listen, it just means a lot that you spend a little bit of your evening or your daytime with me here, watching a little baseball, talking a little baseball. I love this. I love building a community. I love watching baseball. I love talking baseball. And I'm just talking to myself if you're not here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. If you want to do anything cool for me, like the stream. Of course, I'd love it if you became a member of the channel and all those things. But the most important thing is you are here. I hope you come back again. I appreciate you. Have the best day ever. Go Rangers.